Welcome to episode 233 of the Overlook Hour. I am your host, Clark Little. Along with me, as always, is not Randy Michael Stat, but instead is Russell John Fisher.
Well, I'm normally here with him now.
I feel like 4 out of 5 times.
All the time now.
In the intros?
Yeah.
Most of the times.
Okay.
I'll go back to my original 4 out of 5. But this one's a little different. We're doing this a separate day, and also I can't see your face.
I kind of like it.
I don't hate it, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not fully in love with it.
Well, not much has changed for me. Normally you cover your face in a hat and glasses and...
Well,
yeah.
You understand that I treat podcasting like high stakes poker. So that's just I'm just bluffing and flopping the river, baby. That's all I'm doing. Flopping the river right alongside me is Oksana Valerian Osachi.
No, I don't flop. That sounds awful.
You got the flop, the river,
like a belly flop,
and the turn. Well, what are the flop you got? A flip?
I have no idea.
This is turning into Sugar Hill Gang. Flip to the flop.
Oh, God.
All right. Joining us on this week's episode for no reason to get sentimental, but possibly for the last time in the studio. Who knows the world we occupy. But our friend Robbie Smith has left the Bay Area, and he stopped by for a weekend of fun fellowship. And we recapped that in what I'm going to call the longest episode in the history of podcasting. So yeah. Russell, your thoughts?
It was fun. I don't know. You pushed me to do more podcast free-form conversation, and that's what you get now. You get tangent upon tangent down every road we could possibly take. And Robbie seemed like he was down for most of it. He only got annoyed a couple of times.
At the very end, he finally threw in the hat and was like, please.
He was initiating a lot of those tangents too.
Yeah, no, he played ball. There were just a couple of times where he's like, this is captivating radio.
Hey, look here. Robbie's a fan of this show. Do you understand?
Oh, I know.
He also said he'd be back, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like, we're never going to see him again.
I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't know how I was going to do it, so I just decided to go weird.
He just went memorial right off the bat.
Yep, that's where I'm at. Can I tell you, so after work, I went outside and did my normal jazz cigarette. And I was fine. I was in a good high. And then I didn't even watch the fight. But the fact that you turned on that backyard brawl stuff, which also freaks out Robbie and Randy.
Oh my God.
You
really
maybe could have figured out the latter.
How? How do you know?
It's hard because I showed them both and they were like, I don't like these.
I don't know. They don't like competition. They don't like blood sport.
Bloodsport by a dirtbag with burns on his face.
He's a victim of a fire. You can't call him that.
He's a trash fire.
Yeah, he's something. He's probably making a lot of money off those videos too.
And he's not putting any money into anything. The production of these videos is some of the worst.
We should buy him a padlock and send it to him and be like, keep the cage door closed.
I honestly don't want to say the name of it. I don't want to.
We talked about it a bunch on there.
I know, but
yeah.
I'm tired of plugging them.
Oh.
They keep asking for it, but I just can't do it anymore. My heart's not in it. But you know what my heart is in? Video on demand. And Oksana Valerian Osachi is going to tell us what's coming up this week.
Yep. Well, it's going to turn into a lot of what's coming out next week, because this week the only thing I could find that was worth mentioning is called Shook. It's coming to Shudder on Thursday the 18th. It is about a social media influencer who becomes a target of an online terror campaign. It's about the dangers of influencer lifestyle.
Oh my God. Whatever.
I just farted into my stomach. It was an inward fart.
Let's see. Yeah. So that's going to be on Shudder on the 18th. 1 week after that comes out, completely unrelated, but Holy Shit, That Was Scary Part 3 will be coming to awesometheater.org. It's the third part of the found footage horror play. Part 1 and 2 were both plays. Part 3 is The Cloud, so it's an entirely found footage anthology movie. So that's going to be available at awesometheater.org starting February 25th at 7 p.m. And the day after that comes out, I didn't open a tab for it. Wrong Turn 2021 will be on.
That's the name of it?
No, it's called Wrong
Oh.
Turn.
Okay.
Why
Why do sequels do that? They just go back to the original.
It's not a sequel. It really shouldn't have even been called. I think it's one of those like.
Is this not canon?
No.
Oh
It's
my goodness.
they took it in a very different direction. I think it's one of those like, let's just call it this to captivate the Wrong Turn fan base.
So this is kind of like a Cabin Fever remake.
No.
No, the one that Travis Z did was
Yeah.
like the original script, and that's why he went back to it. But with Wrong Turn, it's like a spiritual reimagining kind of thing. It's it was called it had a different name originally. Oh God, I was just looking at it. I don't know, but it's completely different. We ended up watching it like a couple nights ago. I'll probably talk about it next week. But yeah, it's totally different.
All right. Wrong Turn 2021.
Oh my God.
Hey, Russell, I think you got a notification, man.
It's really annoying because I turn that off every week. And then during the week, I don't get any of the notifications because I turned that off. So then I turn it back on. And yeah, it's annoying.
Brother, let me tell you, another sign that we are in the simulation.
What? That's all it took?
I'm Clark
Glitch
Little.
in the system.
Yeah, man.
That document.
Look around you.
I do have another thing. to mention.
Glitches all around you.
Oh, the Foundation. That's what it was originally called.
The
Wrong
found-
Turn, the Foundation.
The Foundation.
Yeah.
It's Wrong Turn, the Foundation. Quit you.
So, supposedly February 19th, that Friday, Paranormal Prison should be out on VOD, I believe. I haven't been able-
Paranormal Prison?
Paranormal Prison.
Get out of here.
I'm a fan of this poster.
I don't believe I've ever heard of a ghost jail. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
The Ghostbusters, dude.
Well, that's a stretch.
They built a prison for them.
Yeah, but that's different. I'm talking about like ghost serving time.
Can you guess what the tagline is for that movie?
For a ghost jail? What's it called? Paranormal?
Ghost jail. Paranormal Prison.
Ghost jail's way better.
Or PP for short.
All right, P squared. The tagline for
Yeah.
Paranormal Prison. Lock up your dreams, brother.
No, it's good. There is no escape.
That's pretty good.
It's the skeptic, the scientist.
What is this?
Paranormal Prison.
What is this? A Donovan song?
So
Atlantis. That's a good joke for 3 people.
I don't, yeah.
Hopefully, David Robson.
Yeah,
listens to this
they're not in
episode.
this room.
I know. I'm gonna tell you something. That joke crushed. That was a home run. I'm rounding the bases.
Okay, so it says, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it's in limited theaters on February 19th. And it's about an impending demolition of an abandoned prison has the paranormal investigation team, the skeptic, and the scientist rush to spend a locked-in night within the prison's walls before the wrecking balls start swinging into... this is a very long description. So...
Slow down.
a
Take a breath.
reality show, a paranormal investigation show, spends a night in this haunted prison before it gets torn down.
Oh my God. That's a sign. We've been on here too long.
Paranormal Prison. There's one more. I I kind of rolled my eyes at first when I read the description of this one, but I don't know, it might be interesting to watch. It's called Safer at Home. It's coming out on February 26th, so sneak peek. Limited theaters and on VOD. 2 years into the pandemic, a group of friends throw an online party with a night of games, drinking, and drugs.
2 years into the pandemic?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
After taking an ecstasy pill, things go terribly wrong, and the safety of their home becomes more terrifying than the raging chaos outside. That is coming out next week.
Raging chaos.
What the? Who produced that? Fauci? That sounds like some fucking propaganda right there.
Fauci.
Ugh. Voltage Pictures, Showdown Productions,
I know Voltage.
7930 Entertainment. I've never heard of any of those.
I know Voltage. You know Voltage.
Nope.
Yeah, they did. Hey, I don't remember.
Okay, cool.
They did something. I'll duck go it. For any questions, queries, concerns, or comments, please direct those at podcast@overlooktheater.com. Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, the other one. Find us, like us, comment, tell a friend, tell an enemy. It's not even my business what you do on your own personal time. The Overlook Hour is available on Facebook as The Overlook Hour. The Overlook Hour is available on Instagram as The Overlook Theater, and The Overlook Hour is available on Twitter as The Overlook Hour. Find us, like us, comment, tell a friend, tell an enemy. Russell?
We're on YouTube, so go Google the Overlook Hour podcast on YouTube. And I apologize, but we talk about the video we're looking at too much this episode. Also, if you want to help out, don't ask about donating. Just share the show. We've been belittled over the weekend.
Who's asking about donating?
Don't worry about it. Now,
I am worrying about it now. If you want to donate, DM me.
all right.
And
No.
I'll give you a different donation.
You cut me. It's important.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Share it. Share the show. We've been berated over the weekend about not promoting, and we've been it's late. We've been told that we have a good show. Tell other people that. There, I'm done.
Babe, could you not come across as so insecure?
I'm tired. That's all. I've been day trading all day.
if you all were just flies on this wall today, you would think I'm sitting across from Gordon fucking Gecko. All right, Randy, take us home. That's the new tagline. Until episode 334. Randy, take her home.
I hate it. God, that's the worst. All right, I'm ending that.
Side of the spectrum of the slave spectrum. I am on the other side of the master spectrum, and I can't ever imagine another slave.
What? You gotta explain that one to me.
Yeah, same.
This week's Two Sentence Hostel is brought to you again by the direct message history of Armie Hammer.
Okay, so what? What was he talking about?
Slaves, and he's the master, and she's a slave, and they're gonna eat humans together.
Also, what was the punctuation looking like in there?
It's really troubling. It's really troubling when you really think about that. Armie Hammer is like the chairman of the board of Arm and Hammer.
What?
And he only writes in commas.
Okay, so there were commas in there?
Also, did you notice I made a grammatical joke in there because I paused before I said comma?
You lost.
That was really good. Randy?
I heard it. I didn't realize it was intentional, though. I thought you just got caught up.
Okay.
Was that it? What does that mean? I don't get it.
You want me to reread the sentence?
No, explain it to me.
I feel like the same way you are on one side of the spectrum, of the slave spectrum. I am on the other side of the master spectrum, and I can't imagine another slave.
Yeah, I don't get it. Am I dumb? I don't know.
Let me
Randy.
try to
Yeah.
read the following sentences that accompany the statement. I don't even want one. I would never feel as strongly. Fuck. Too drunk and honest. You are mine and I am yours. No matter what happens, we've tested that to the extremes.
What the fuck? Who is he DMing?
Apparently, a young filly that he is fallen for.
All right, I wasn't gonna beg for more people to submit stories, but the Army Hammer thing has to die.
Robbie said he's got a 2-sentence horror story. Is we gonna have those?
Yeah, I'll send them.
Yeah. All right, get out of here.
Thanks,
You're
I'm
freaking out
making Robbie uncomfortable.
Yeah, leave.
It's all that poop on your shirt.
What?
He does need to go to the cleaners.
What was his like backstory? The official canon? He's a ghost that
He's a he used to be a ghost.
that is now haunting a dummy.
He's haunting a doll.
Do we know the significance of the doll?
What of the doll?
Yeah.
No.
Like why that doll?
It's a different manufacturer than Annabelle. I do know that.
Okay, good.
He is he doesn't want to be associated with Annabelle at all. He is very adamant that his maker is different than Annabelle.
Good. I don't like the way Annabelle looks. I honestly,
Neither does creepy.
I think the Raggedy Ann doll would have been better. It probably would have been an IP thing though.
Well, I mean, let's think about it. You've got more flexibility. You could take a punch easier. You could fall off buildings, no problem.
Oh, that is an interesting dilemma.
But blades are an issue.
yeah, you could
Blades are done.
Yeah, she'd be done. But so would the regular Annabelle doll. But you
I
really
don't know.
you would rob the audience out of like, wait, has anybody ever punched Annabelle? Has that even come up?
In the second one,
They punched her?
I think so.
Wait, now, okay, Annabelle's a complicated franchise.
A human punch or a doll on doll punch?
Well, part 2 is a prequel, right?
Yeah,
And
directed by the dude who did Shazam or
Wait, really?
whatever. I'm pretty sure.
That's wait, okay. It's
The
confusing
Safdies.
because yeah, the third brother. They have the third one's also a prequel too, right?
No, the third one's like the overnight one, where it's like
You're
in
right.
in their house, and it's their daughter.
That was my favorite one.
It was good, yeah.
Is that the
werewolf.
one that's got the cool tracking shot over the church and then it loops around?
I doubt it. I think that's probably part 2.
I
part-
think it was the latest
Well,
one.
part 2 is the one that had the big set.
David Sandberg? That's the dude.
Yeah. That's the one where they were in a school and it was like a big location and they had the bus ride up there. Part 3 is the one where it's like, we're sleeping over at the Warrens' house. Don't go in the haunted room.
Oh, 3 was no good.
I love 3. 3 is probably my favorite one.
I like 2.
2 had a wild elevator gag.
Yeah. 2 had its moments, but I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. I really like 3. The problem with 3, though, it was a non-prequel, and it was clearly, I mean, Ed and Lorraine Warren, it's a Christian narrative. You just knew nobody was going to die in that movie.
Don't they have another one coming out?
I'm sure they
Mhm.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
3 was like a kitchen sink thing where there's just like all this stuff in there, like the werewolf and
Yep.
The greatest hits.
Yeah. I really liked that one. I like haunted objects, and when that girl
Yeah.
was walking through, and like they all were.
Well, then why don't you
potentially-
relate to Creepy Clark more? He's very hurtful.
What do you mean relate?
All he wants is why can't you connect with him more?
Did he say something? What did he say? I've been cool to him. I created the segment for
He
him
just-
to.
I know, but he just feels a little stonewalled by you.
I think I'm his biggest supporter.
He loves riffing with you. He's like, why does Russell? Oh, by the way, I do a very good Creepy Clark impression.
Really, the Brooklyn version or the hot ghoulie version?
That's the other part of the backstory with him. His father was actually he's an army brat himself. So he grew up all over the place. So he collected a lot of different, accents.
An Army
over the
Hammer
years.
brat.
Yes.
Oh, God, there's so many other buttons on that board.
That is my
I
favorite
know.
one. That is the only fuchsia colored button you have here. So it stands out in this sea of like pale yellow and red.
Yeah.
The rest of the board, I got this fuchsia. Is fuchsia and magenta the same thing?
No.
Well, they have a different name. So like,
That's fair.
There's something they're trying to identify.
Rob, is this button more fuchsia or magenta?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
Well, now you are colorblind. What
Yes.
which spectrum are you impaired on? The green? You wear a lot of navy blue, and I think that has
Let me tell you
something to do
something.
with it.
Love navy blue. It's very simple. It's a nice color that just magenta. Okay, yeah, that's definitely fuchsia. Magenta's what? That's straight up pink. Who are they fooling? What is Big Magenta up to? That is
Big
just
Wait,
pink, man.
wait. Can you pull up? How do you test for color blindness? We could do that now that we have like a video.
All right, do a
those
colorblind
circles.
test.
This is just to punish everybody who's been with us for 4 years on the podcast end. We're really leaning into the 20
God
people on
damn it, I
YouTube.
hate this. All right, do it. I can't see half of these. More than half.
Really?
Yeah, man. Here's the one I can't see. That says 5. That says 6 and 6. There's a 4, maybe.
Yeah, open
Okay.
up that one.
That's
Do
not a
that one.
4.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. So the first one says 12.
Good job.
The second one I think says 8.
You nailed it.
It's very faint, but I can see it. The third, very faint, a kind of a crooked 6.
Yep. Italics.
The fourth one, 70.
Wow.
Yeah.
70. I could
Spot
barely
on.
see it because at first it looked like a crooked 10, but I can barely see that.
No, that's a
Okay.
29.
It's a 29.
That's a 29. Nope. Okay.
Really?
The fifth one is 57.
Nailed it.
Barely see it. Oh God.
All right, where are we going now?
Okay, second row, far left. It looks like that one, and it looks like that the one next to it is the same. They both look like 3s.
Interesting.
One of them is a 3.
The second one's a 3.
No.
Really? The second
No,
one.
the second
clearly-
one. The second one is a 3.
Okay, the second one. Oh, the second one kind of looks like a 5 now. Yeah, I don't know, man. What's the first one?
A 5.
Really? Yeah, that's rough. All right, the third one, 15.
Yep.
That one's pretty clear. Fourth one, 74.
Got it.
No numbers are registering on that. Last
Okay, so it's a green thing with you for sure.
Yeah, 5s really give you
one.
trouble
Nothing.
too.
Nothing is showing up there. No number whatsoever.
Do you need glasses too? Like, do you actually have like 20/20?
My right eye is 20/20. My left eye is like 20/30.
Oh, you never wear fucking glasses either.
Well, I also left my glasses in Mississippi.
Oh, it's always something. The fedora, the apron.
All right, third one. First one is 6. It's a number 6.
Good job. That one's actually pretty hard to look at too.
All right, no number.
Okay.
For the second, maybe a 5 for the third one.
Yeah.
But that's
You got it.
I mean, I only see the 5 because there's a little bit of a pattern with the big one, so it's kind of a cheat. That
I get it.
can't see or
Yeah.
anything. All right, the fourth one is there's a 4, and then I have no idea.
Oh.
No, maybe a 2.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. The 4 is very clear, but the 2 is no, not so much. Okay. The last one is maybe a 45.
Yep.
That one's really tough. I mean, that's just yeah. If I like blink a few times, I can barely. Yeah.
Robbie, you got any issues with these at all?
None at all.
Yeah,
no.
me either.
Really?
Riveting radio though.
I know. And
Put,
you know,
the,
it's
put
funny.
the link in the.
we
thing.
we were talking about how oh god, we had a passing conversation about how I don't think we're very friendly to new listeners. And
Well, we're on YouTube
Introduce
now,
yourselves.
bitch. You can watch our thing.
yeah, like I said, we're really putting a gun to your head to go see Clark Provey's Blind.
Yeah, man, that was tough.
You did well. I think you got
That
like
says no.
you're like an A- there. I think you only got 2 wrong out of what 18 or
No,
something.
I got several wrong. There were some I couldn't see at all.
But you faked it.
Yeah, but it's still hard.
It's
Like,
tragic.
because I'm trying to use educated guesses of like, okay, maybe the patterns, but like the color's not there, man. Like,
All right, Refn, calm down. It worked out. If you made a movie, there'd be an interesting palette.
yeah,
Everything would be navy blue.
no idea.
Again, that didn't help me understand why you only wear navy blue.
Because I don't have to make a decision.
Oh, motherfucker.
I don't have to make a decision. It's just
You're
it's
Einstein
there.
now, huh?
I mean, there are times, yeah, I can't get too wild with the colors. I can match navy blue and navy blue.
Mhm.
Pretty good with that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you ever like feel bad about watching movies and you're like, I bet that looks cooler than I'm seeing it?
No, but honestly, that's why I am drawn to Refn's color palette, and that me, I love.
Just
Yeah,
not a fan of his films, though.
No, that's not necessarily true.
I remember Robbie here got very mad when we were going in on
I didn't get mad.
Oh, the TV series.
You texted me. You're like, I stopped listening because you guys were ripping on episode 2 of.
I skipped through it. I never stopped listening.
Oh, he was furious. I could feel it.
No, and like Technicolor, I love all that stuff.
I love this show.
You don't have to lie. We'll have you back on.
No, I will say the James Urbaniak episode of Too Old to Die Young was my favorite.
Oh boy,
that one was crazy.
Yeah, it's one of the best episodes of TV.
Is that the one where he goes to like that? I just remember he's in a booth a lot.
He's the pornographer.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't know how to tread like. Well, I don't know why I was treading lightly on that. That show was fucking good, though. Even though it was like a compilation of films telling a extra long narrative.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, no, that's amazing. Yeah, the slides. It's fucking cool looking.
Let me tell you something. Another thing is, I hate water parks.
Okay.
I hate them. I got horribly, horribly sunburned the summer entering my junior year of high school. Went to the water park. Got horrible sunburn. Went home, trying to find a way to relieve said sunburn. So what do you think I did, Robbie Smith?
Put lotion on.
Didn't have lotion.
Butter.
So I was convinced I was going to rid this by using deodorant.
Oh, what? I was going to say semen, and I thought there was nothing. But deodorant.
I had a horrible sunburn that went from my elbows to my neck.
Your weenus.
And then all over my chest. Like just, I mean.
Bikini tan?
Chest, all over, yeah, I mean, pretty much. So I covered myself in deodorant.
No.
And
we talking Axe?
White guard?
Body spray?
At this time, it was probably, what was the trendy thing? I think it was before Old Spice was cool again.
Mm.
I think
Classic ass Old Spice.
Hell yeah.
I tried to stay away from Axe because it just always seemed douchey to me. So I think we're at a right guard situation.
Oh.
I think we're at a right guard gel situation.
Oh.
So
that's what made you think you should do it was the gel.
And the name.
Yeah.
Guard.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yep.
It felt good. Then a chemical burn. I have never. I thought my parents thought I was being possessed. And then she said, "What?" I said, "I put deodorant on my sunburn." She said, "You idiot." So she put me in a bathtub full of oatmeal.
Oh my God.
To kind of like soak it all up. And it was hours of just unbridled agony.
Were you screaming?
Yeah, I was. Oh man, yeah, I was writhing in pain.
Do you have photos
of this horrible incident?
Why not?
Hey, Mom, grab the Kodiak. Hey, what are you talking about?
The Kodiak?
The instinct.
Kodak? Were you going codeine?
Grab the bear.
Grab the Kodak and codeine. That'd be a good combo for that moment. But no, your mom's also, she doesn't fuck around. You told that story about the baby breaking its neck. And she's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, she just took one look at it. She's fine. I but that's a woman who's been a mom for nearly 40 years.
Yeah, live through you.
Yeah.
Why the?
Let me tell you something. I was a very easygoing child. I was an easy baby. My sister was way worse than me. My sister was a sociopath as a baby. You would grab her, you would hand her food, you would give her sippy cup, and she'd look at it, and she just, and then look right back at you.
Drop it off her
She
high
just
chair.
drop it off her high chair and then
Yeah.
stare back at you. Ice cold, my sister. She's much nicer now. She's a very lovely woman. But as a baby, I wanted to murder her. We did not get along as kids. Were you fine with your siblings?
I'm so much older.
What's
Yeah.
the age difference?
Like 14 years or
14?
something. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's 4. It was 4 for me and my sister. So when I was a senior in high
Yeah.
school, she was a freshman.
Also, I was very done being an only child. I fucking hated it, and I craved like hanging out with people.
Yeah.
My parents worked at night too, so I'd be up alone all day, and I was just like, I need to interact with people. So I was like very excited to have siblings. And then when they were babies and it was all like work, I was like, man, I'm over that.
I just wanted to be alone.
Yeah.
It's pretty much always been that way.
Yeah, well, a lot of people who grow up with like, siblings, they're like that. They're looking for their own like, private Idaho. I was
Cue the
not.
B-52s.
I know. Right? I took it off the board.
Oh.
It used to be there.
That's a shame. Yeah, you took that off the board, and we still got Jolly the conservative puppet.
I like how you used his correct name.
I know it says Joey on here, but I
Yeah.
mean, I want to provide the
know.
right context for our friend who gave us a shout out.
When you were talking about water parks, I really wanted to bring up Robbie. Have you seen Aquaslash?
No, I was gonna ask what you thought. After
Dude,
seeing your,
Aquaslash is a God. I mean, the title would make you think it's going to be a fun romp in a fucking water park, and we're just going to see a lot of people die. And what better for
take my
a
phone over there?
what better for a slasher than like a bunch of people who are already mostly naked, like partying? Like it seemed perfect. Somehow they fucked it up. It was really boring. It takes a long time to get anywhere. It's only an hour and 10 minutes long,
oh, really?
but it's like a lot of characters you don't care about.
But I want you to show me that one thing that Instagram
in the third
muted.
act. In the third act of that, there is a brutal fucking kill. I'm tempted to say you could probably pull it up. It looks like it's in the trailer, but don't look for it. I'll show you after. Anybody who, Robbie, we were just talking about like abandoning a film 20 minutes in.
Oh, that dude's got a crowbar shirt on that.
I
So.
saw
Yeah, yeah. And I always fear that there's going to be an Aquaslash moment. Like I'll show you when we're done recording.
That's
but
a cool ass poster.
yeah, dude, there's so much shit that seemed like it was gonna be cool.
Cuts like a knife.
The
Feels so
dialogue,
right.
the story, everything is
Aquaslash.
just so boring. Like this,
That's a good poster.
it's okay. I mean, that poster again is bright, like Refn colors, and it almost like is shouting at me Spring Breakers.
17.
What? Oh, okay, I get it.
Thank you so much.
No,
Colorblind test joke. Here we go.
God. Yeah, I don't know. It's the style's not there, and it's the stories about like somebody trying to take the park and a bunch of kids going on. Yeah, look at that. That picture is fucking cool.
Did you ever watch Class Action Part?
Vibrant Blood.
That's a good one.
No, but I went over to my mom's house one night and she was watching the documentary on the real.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Class
it,
Action
yeah.
Part.
Oh, okay, that is the documentary.
Yes.
What was the movie named?
Action Park.
Action Park.
Well, Action
yeah, the Knoxville one.
The
Yeah.
Knoxville one.
Yeah, Action Park.
No good.
I wanted to watch it though. I like the idea where it's like a scripted movie with like real stunt.
Yeah. More stunts, less script.
Well,
Was
you
that
know,
problem?
well, I don't know.
No, that was the problem.
Oh,
Film's not good.
oh, that's a good quote.
They tried to put like this whole father-daughter thing.
It wasn't bad.
It
Wasn't
didn't do it
good.
for me. Yeah.
Well, I've always pushed for like, pro wrestling.
And I love Knoxville.
Yeah.
Like, I will always give him the benefit of the doubt.
You made a great Knoxville joke last night.
I love Knoxville.
It killed him. But yeah, like, I've always said now that everybody agrees wrestling is fake and everybody agrees they don't give a shit, I don't understand why they don't go for like heavy scripted story and then just do the like live theater that is, the athletic sport of like throwing people through a table.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my dream would be, you get a dude in a luchador mask on a date with his girlfriend. Fuck, it's Valentine's Day today. They're in a cafe. And then, a dude dressed in a executioner hood comes in to buy a latte, and they lock eyes and, they start fighting. But you just end the scripted moment. A ref runs in from the bathroom, and then everybody just leaves, and then they just fight in the area.
So
Not
you
scripted.
basically just described Lowlife.
Kind of, except I mean, the importance would be the actual, like, keeping the art intact, the art of, like, kayfabe, and like doing a it's almost like improv, but I don't want to use that word. How would you describe a wrestling match?
Why do you need a ref with wrestling?
I think it's just part of the sport.
Yeah.
And just to add without a ref, you could be completely unfair and break all the rules, and there would be nobody there to acknowledge it.
Yeah. Yeah, there needs to be some semblance of governance.
Yeah, or just, to help instruct the audience, like, this is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because, a guy up on a
Well,
turnbuckle.
also, I think narratively you would need it as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you can use that narratively, but also, like, you need to portray, at least in character, what you think you're experiencing.
Well, you need parameters. And I think it's kind of like in all sports, like football, like penalties are a huge part of that game. In politics, the law is a huge part of that. And in wrestling, you need a ref to be the parameters, but also to be like narratively, like if a ref like counts unfairly, you know what I mean? Like that's a thing. And then it's like, me against the world. I don't, we should do that.
What about a cage match though? There's no ref in a cage match.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I just don't watch enough.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't blame you. It is kind of like a never-ending soap opera.
Once Mankind left, it's...
Oh, Mick Foley? Dude, did you see Mick Foley? What was that film we loved Mick Foley in?
12-Hour Shift.
12-Hour
Dude.
It was pretty good.
He's very good.
He was fun. Yeah.
Understated little cameo.
He needs to act more.
He's a good actor.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Peanut Butter Falcon. Who was it?
Oh, I didn't see that.
You were going crazy over that movie in the theater.
Yeah, I didn't want.
It's fantastic. It's good.
I like Shia LaBeouf.
I do too, but I don't like to admit it.
Oh, Bruce,
I don't know
love
why.
him. I'll shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah, I really like him too.
Shia.
And he does all the shit I like kind of making fun of pretentious art by
How
making
good was
art.
he in the table read thing
In the what?
with
Pastimes.
Pastimes of Ridgemont High?
Oh, he was the only thing worth watching.
He's so good.
Yeah, he was
Apparently,
really good.
got rough with a lady though. So
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to like
Oh
him
my
at
god.
this moment.
Is he canceled now with Joss Whedon?
I don't
mean-
think he got fully canceled.
Man, it's tough. To be a good actor, you almost have to be unhinged emotionally. And
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in a real romantic situation, the honeymoon phase
Stop. Go back.
is all passion.
There is a gentleman who goes by Yellow Wolf, and he played a character named Rat Boy. Just wanted to mention that.
Yellow.
Russell,
In
continue.
what movie?
Yellow Wolf is a Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh, okay.
Who is Yellow Wolf?
Yellow Wolf, terrible rapper. I believe he's from Florida.
Yeah, of
something
course,
like that.
he had Tampa written all over.
Oh, Alabama.
Oh, close. Oh, he's from Gadsden. That's fucking NASCAR country, baby.
What the
Damn right.
is he like an Instagram rapper?
No, he was kind of around.
Oh.
He's been around for a little while.
Eminem signed it.
Oh shit. That's got to carry weight, right?
Eminem.
Yeah,
Sure.
right? I mean, I'm so out of the music game.
That's Eminem. Thank you.
Oh, okay. A great impression always ends with them explaining who it was. Dude, what the fuck? Who were you showing me yesterday that was doing all the impressions that were good?
Oh, Craig Gass.
Oh, that's right. All gas, no brakes.
I was showing there was an old.
What the hell? Who's this fella?
Oh, you don't know Craig Gass?
No,
I didn't either.
it looks like Fred Durst.
He came from that era, or at least from what I was watching. They were talking. The story he was telling? He was at a Limp Bizkit Korn concert.
So Craig Gass is a comedian and a natural storyteller.
Mm.
So several years ago, he went on Opie Opie and Anthony, Greg Opie Hughes. He went on his radio show and told the story where he and another comedian, Big J Okerson, went to a music festival in New Jersey where he knew some of the guys in Korn, and they got a backstage passes, and they went to this music festival with like Korn and Limp Bizkit. Who else was Snoop
Yeah, I know.
Dogg? It was
So-
some
It sounds
music
like Family
festival in New
Values.
Sounds
Jersey.
like Family Values.
Yeah. So, as a part of this story, he went with Big J Okerson, and he drove his brand new car there. And Craig Gass had sexual intercourse with 3 girls that he met backstage at this corn show in his car.
All underage.
Then these girls stole jewelry, money, and baby toys from that car. And then they found him, and but it was a whole story. And Craig Gass went through this whole thing. Then a few weeks later, they brought in Big J Okerson, who then they replayed the tape, and then systematically every few seconds would stop the tape. That didn't happen. So it just broke down, and it's a half-hour thing. And I showed Russ and Oksana this last week, and it's actually riveting radio.
Yeah, it was good. If you make a note, I'll put that in the show notes. He put it on while we were eating as like background.
Mhm.
And then when we were done eating, we paused it, turned the lights off, moved up, and like watched the rest of the video. It's really amazing how you've turned me around on comedy in general.
Yeah.
Because, dude, 2 years ago, it would have been like, no,
It
I'm
was not an
watching.
easy task, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know at what point. Politics probably got so ugly that I was looking for a light at the end of the tunnel.
Laughing's good for you too.
I know, yeah. But it's just, it's the comedy, the nature of comedy. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I'm into it now. And I thank you. I also really like Big J.
Big J is great.
Yeah. The Legion of Skanks guys are, they're pretty entertaining.
Legion of Skanks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're-
There better be a ska thing.
Well, I mean, look at Big J.
Oi.
He looks like he never got out of that like
Big it up, big it up, big it
new
up.
metal phase.
What's your thoughts on Violent J?
Oh, dude.
Oh,
You know-
okay.
Big
Update
supporter.
for this show. I was going to do a new segment where I would review 0% on Rotten Tomatoes films
Okay.
because I had success with a couple of them,
Where'd you get that feedback?
including and then there you go. I started Big Money Rustless.
I seen it.
I saw it.
I couldn't do 20 minutes.
You can't watch those things alone, man.
I know
You really got to have a partner.
it was rough.
I mean, but it's also not for you. Like, a lot of film fans and like people who listen to film podcasts probably call themselves introverts and like outsiders.
PG's on most popular on the Rotten Tomatoes. Sorry to.
Oh, yo,
interrupt
it
you,
totally,
but I
yo,
just thought
hell
that was
yeah.
pretty
Psycho
impressive.
Gorman, yeah.
Certified fresh.
A lot of love for that. No, but I mean, really, dude, the ICP thing, that's really like, that's for outsiders. Like,
Yeah,
there's,
that's real outsider art, is what you're saying.
I tried to avoid literally saying that because I don't think that's right. Like,
Look at that.
You made it through this whole movie, Russell?
it was a different lifetime, though.
Did it
I
not
think I was in high
kind of
school.
remind you of Django?
Oh, I don't know.
For some reason, it kind of reminded me of.
I'd have to
Django.
rewatch it. I didn't have a film like dialogue or like any way of understanding it at that point.
It's a DGA or DJANGO.
Yeah.
Django.
DJ
Django.
NGO.
Django.
Yeah. Oh my god. You know how to spell Django, bro?
It's tough.
The Django.
The Django.
Yeah.
Gent.
Not a huge fan of that movie.
Good gent.
The Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it very much.
Sugar.
Well, of course you do.
I like it very much. Top 3 Tarantino.
Well, check out Big Money Rustless. You got to give that one a chance.
Same cinematographer.
Dude,
Richard Alberson shot that. Big
Wait.
Money Hustlas.
really?
No.
Okay. I mean, I believe it. I've seen some weird shit that cool people have shot. Who did shoot it? Do they even have a real IMDb page?
Of course they do. The production company is Psychopath Records. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly, we should try and get into that market.
Big
What?
stank.
Grow our
The Juggalo
audience.
market?
Yeah, we'll get in the gathering market. Let's do a panel at the gathering.
Big money hustler.
Yeah. No, so I don't know. ICP, everybody makes fun of him. But I've heard, we have a mutual friend who said he's heard stories of people coming up to Violent J in the bar and just been like unloading on the dude because they think he's a joke. And it's like, that dude's like 6'2".
Yeah.
My favorite height of imaginary men.
6'2", eyes of blue.
Yeah.
Does he wear his makeup everywhere?
In my mind, I imagined him at the bar in his makeup.
I don't think
But
so.
I don't think so.
He does on his podcast, doesn't he?
Violent J's the other one. You're thinking of Shaggy Two
Shaggy
Dope.
Two Dope, yeah. Shaggy and the Creep. That's their show.
That's the podcast?
Yeah.
Is that in your regular rotation?
No, they've been on. They would show clips. So the fans of Your Mom's House go all over the place. So they would drop hints into Shaggy Two Dope, and he would address them, and then they play that on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they've got their little Howard Stern pack over there.
I mean, it's
Who
kind of
make
cool.
prank phone calls.
Power
and
to
stuff.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a Chuggy who survived the mall shooting. Or
That's true.
Bill Spataro, the great FX artist who hates all his movies.
That's true.
we have a better team.
You should check out the Cash Money movies, like the Cash Money Millionaire. So like Lil Wayne, Birdman. Back in the early 2000s, they were making movies similar to these, like The Block is Hot.
Oh, tight.
They're
You-
pretty fun.
Do you have a
Oh,
recommendation?
Baller Blockin'. Baller Blockin's the best one. That's just the video, but I think Baller Blockin's also the title of the movie.
Yeah, 2000.
You got freaking Lil Wayne at like 16 or something like that.
Oh, damn.
There's
Really?
some pretty fun little house party scenes in there.
Is there anybody doing stuff like that now? Like any like hip hop groups making indie?
I would think that Chief Keef would do that type of stuff, but I don't think he was.
What about Little Yachty?
Well, I also feel like that would never make it on our radar.
Fuck Lil Yachty.
Would you?
I don't like that mumble shit.
Why?
Speak like a goddamn gentleman.
I don't know. Everybody
He
hates
doesn't
on
do
it.
drugs. He's cool.
I know, but he's like,
You know, our engineer used
That's
to
what
not
the
do
kids
drugs
like.
too.
This is true. I also kind of mumble when I speak.
yeah, cheer up, son.
I'm trying.
Speak like a gentleman.
You do have a lot in common with Lil Yachty.
Lil
Espe-
Randy.
love
especially
Sprite.
Fred.
Randy, say it again.
I was saying I love Sprite.
I knew it would land. You just had to give it a chance, Randy. Yeah. Randy, you wouldn't have been able to have fun with us last night if you were still straight edge.
Little boat.
Yeah.
That would have
I
still been-
mean, I could hang out and sober and have fun, right? People do that still.
Yeah, Randy hung out and had a great time.
Yeah, but
last
I
night.
liked watching you do crystal meth. I thought that was really interesting.
Not
Yeah, I had to
really.
do it on the deck though. You wouldn't let me do it inside.
I don't know if Randy could have made it through Abraxas.
No.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I barely did, and I was proud of myself.
Do you want to set it up, what we did last night?
Sure. Robbie came over. Randy came over. Not in that order. Opposite. Flip it. So here's what you need to do. You need to erase everything I just said. Let's reset the story. Randy came over first. Let's call it 2:30, Randy.
Sounds about right.
Randy came over around 2:30 p.m. Came in the door, saw that I had cooked some chicken tenders. He said, "Hey, cooking chicken tenders?" I was like, "Yeah." Then we go into the room, and I'm watching probably Opie and Anthony, YouTube. Randy, wasn't that it? I
Yep.
think it was Fight with Jim Norton. Yes. So then we start watching Street Beefs a little bit, and I try to explain to Randy about how I hate Street Beefs and they make me very nervous. And it showed him the Fat Pete Holmes fight. That was very good. You remember that guy?
Fat Pete Holmes?
Yeah, on Street Beefs.
Oh, yeah. Dude, his name's fucking
Shinogabe.
Shinigami.
Yeah,
His
what-
name's Shinigami. He looks like Chris Farley in Beverly Hills
He
Cop.
is Fat Pete Holmes. Miss Osachi, type in Shinagabe. Street Beefs.
Shinigami.
How do-
Shinigami. It's like
what is Shinigami?
it's like Death Note. The Shinigami is the monster.
Shinigami.
Yeah, that's how much.
There
of,
he
that's
is.
how much of a dork that
Look,
guy
that
is.
is Fat Pete Holmes, baby.
Can he fight?
Oh, he
Oh,
knocked the
look-
dude out with
look,
a roundhouse
show,
kick.
yeah, show that first picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
He looks
knocked-
tall as shit. If that leg connects, you're
It
done.
couldn't. It did it right
Yeah.
in the kisser.
He's a weeboo who you can't talk down to. because they'll kick you in the head.
Dude, look at his face. He smacked him.
Dude, when large people can move that fast and amble,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah, that's why none of y'all be to fuck with me. 'Cause your boy can move. See, that's why we need video.
He just
Because
put
I
on
just did a
glasses.
very dramatic sunglasses.
I got the cameras. You want me to hook them up?
So right when Randy was about to lose interest with all my YouTube video choices, y'all came in, and then we committed in fellowship. Also, there was a small escalation between this address and the Pizza Hut on El Camino Real,
What?
as they said no vegan sausage. So that whole order was up in the air for a very long time. Fortunately, everything kind of worked out. Pizza was had. And then the first movie we watched was called...
Okay, no. Can you doll it up a little bit?
What are you talking about?
Give it some energy.
What are you talking about? I did a
You
great...
plateaued
late
at
now.
chicken tenders.
I could not maintain that energy throughout this whole time.
Okay. Yeah, so we showed up.
I lost it with Shinigami. He brought it all down.
You know
He
what?
roundhouse kicked me to the face.
So Street Beef is it's a YouTube channel, and they just have like backyard boxing and MMA. They try to be like, it's like an indie circuit, but like junkyard. It's
Junkyard Dog.
Clark-
dangerous.
Clark gets very nervous because
It is super dangerous.
there's clearly no medical staff there, and people get knocked out and like choked out.
Also, I think the guy who runs it is a shithead. That's what I also think.
Oh, you're talking about Scarface?
Yeah,
Yeah, they call him that because he was burned in the face.
I know. I just think he's a scumbag.
Well, I mean, you're not that other dude,
It's making me nervous.
Mighty Mouse,
Yeah.
the like very swole, as the
Yes.
kids say, dude who looks like he just freshly got out of jail. Yeah, they had a split, and then there's like some online drama with that.
Yeah, it's Mighty Mouse. I ain't saying nothing about Mighty
He
Mouse.
looks like a white supremacist.
Well, you know, again, to bring it back to Lowlife, you got to do what you got to do in jail.
You're not wrong.
Dude, how good is Lowlife? I can't get over that.
I've always, I think I've wanted to ask you this, but how is that not cool guy movie to you?
Oh no, I think it is. But again, the problem I have articulating a cool guy film is just the cool characters are really at the heart of a cool guy movie, and it's the difference between earning it and kind of just mimicking like an ad in Maxim magazine or something. And I think that movie really earned it, especially with swastika face tattoo.
They do earn it, and there's
Because that's not something you could just put on a poster and have people get into.
Yeah.
Like that guy had to earn you through the
plus
movie.
they
and,
pull
like,
on some heartstrings in this, and it works.
oh man, that movie is really good. But you're right. That is a cool guy movie.
The ice stuff kind of bugged me, but I mean, I know that
Wait, which one? What ice stuff?
just with the
Oh yeah,
bringing up this movie from 2 years ago. but,
Oh, the border stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Which I thought was grimy enough, but I don't know if that was earned.
Ooh, I get it. We'd have to sit down and rewatch it.
but teddy bear
He was
in a Miata.
terrifying.
Dude, Teddy Bear is great. Damn it. You know, I was partially stalling because I took a picture of a street beef fight that I meant to show you, like not on the show, but
Oh god.
I was like, I think I just saw somebody die.
For the record, we are not endorsing street beefs. I think they're scumbags.
Dude, you know, my biggest beef with street beefs is they give the worst ad spots. Like people are clearly paying them, and it's like VPN, don't let your privacy bite you
Yeah.
in this corner. And it's
It's-
like, that was your commercial?
Shout out to private internet access. Don't let your history haunt you. In this
Yeah.
corner, we got Roblox fighting out of Lynchburg, Virginia. And in this corner, we got Satan's Mama's Wrath Child.
That is way too interesting of a name.
I own Lowlife though, so I'm not like
Oh yeah. Well, dude, it's hard to fuck with Lowlife. That's a good movie. I also feel like that director,
Oksana, could you please
we tricked him into coming
click
on the
on
show.
that poor young boy in the middle of the screen?
Oh, now let me explain something to you right now.
Deceptive.
This gentleman right here,
Beach.
is the belt holder.
Oh, really?
He's the world champion.
He's
of
good.
Street
that
beefs.
that screenshot. I was like, oh, this poor young man.
Oh no. So Street Beef used to open up with the idea was you settle your street beef here. So
I've
there's
only
a couple.
seen one of those.
There's a couple of meth mamas who went in there, and they're
It's-
fighting, and their children are like, "Get him, mama!" And it's like,
it's
Hell yeah.
too real.
you would be into it. We would have a great
don't
time.
think so.
I know, dude. It's so much fun. No,
Fun is not a word I want to use
Dude,
in this context.
I mean, they're settling their differences.
Russell, I told you I cannot watch this when I'm high.
I know, and you freaked.
I did freak out. I freaked out twice. Rarely do I get paranoid. Rarely. And all this violence just made me paranoid.
I can't even look. I don't like looking at these photos.
It's rough.
God damn it!
It's rough. There are times where I'm just like, we're
J-Rock.
gonna see a horrible, horrible fracture, or
And you
maybe a
do?
death. I've never seen. Now, the one thing that really bothers me about these is that fights will go on for far too long, and you just see both of these guys are just punch drunk, and it's really sad.
Yeah,
It hurts. I can't. That stuff bothers me.
like they're not selling tickets, and the whole thing is, we have to put up the best fight on YouTube. So a lot of the times you'll see dudes who are just they don't weave or duck or block, and all they do is haymakers. And there's
God
two of them in
damn
there.
it.
One of them, Clark, left. He got up and left during the middle of it. He's like, I can't watch this. And he
I
walked
can't-
out of
I
the
can't.
room.
It's just they should have ended it 5 minutes before they did.
Man, I'm bummed. I had a picture of a dude laying on the ground, and it looked like a dead body. And I really was looking forward to showing it to you.
Can we show
More
Robbie the
riveting radio.
Shinigami fight?
What? No,
Why?
because we're not fully committed to video yet.
Well, we can watch it
We'll
after.
just play the audio.
Yeah, we can watch it after. I could throw. Oh, I found him.
It'll play the audio.
So does he look dead?
That doesn't look good. Man.
Here you go. I'll put this up in the show notes.
I mean, he is looking at the stars so
Oh.
bright.
Looks like his heart's broken.
And it was a choke.
Oh,
He went down because of a choke. I'll tell you, one of the other fights, a dude took a knee directly in the nose, and
Oh,
was.
I've heard some gnarly things. It's no good.
I don't even like hearing this.
I know. Wait, did I? Oh God, tangents, and I love it. But Aquaslash, should I ever say? Okay, so in Aquaslash, there's one good kill.
Are you about to spoil it?
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Don't
all.
spoil
Spoil
it.
the kill.
We want to see the kill.
Oh, okay,
It'll
fine.
be on YouTube someday.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just show you after this. I think we paid enough to buy that fucking movie online. Not good.
Show me the kill.
Oksana's saying no.
I will.
All right.
Oksana's drunk. She didn't know
So
what's going on.
we'll save what
Oh,
we did
Kinda drunk too.
towards the end. We'll do that at the end, right? Because we still
Uh,
got to do the round.
Whatever
table.
you want to do.
Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, no, we had a great day. Yesterday, Robbie and Randy came over yesterday, and we watched some movies, and we'll talk about that
R&R.
towards the end. But before we do that, let's do the round table bit. And Randy Michael Stat
Yes, sir.
has a movie to tell us about.
Yes, I've been continuing watching some features for SF Indie Fest. I think it'll be going for another couple days after this episode airs. But one of them that I watched that was pretty good is called Itchy Fingers. The director, it's Annam Niles and Marco Jake. It's 107 minutes long, but basically, so the movie starts with this camera that is kind of like in a hallway, like looking into this kid's like bedroom, and he's looks like he's rehearsing a kind of cringy stand-up bit. And it's a uncut shot. It probably goes like 5, maybe like 7 minutes long of him just doing this kind of cringy stand-up bit. And then you realize that he actually is making a YouTube video. So he does like stand-up on YouTube and posts videos there to no acclaim. And he's really focused on, he keeps refreshing the page, and he's like, looking for someone to say that it's good or that he's funny. And someone's just like, you're fat and you suck, pretty much. And then he creates another account for himself, and he's like, but like, posing as someone else. And he's like, oh, I actually think this kid's really funny, blah, blah, blah. And then, they get in a little argument, but then he sees this random comment that looks kind of like a spam comment. He clicks the link and says it's malicious, but he just goes through and goes to it. And it's an invite to this like theater company in his local area. So he goes in, it's kind of weird. But then he ends up being a part of this theater group sort of reluctantly, but his dad is really like, you always like give up on things. So he like kind of wants to like stick with it. So basically this theater troupe says they're devising like a play that is supposed to be like very collaborative, and you can kind of like, everyone kind of has their say to like what the story is. But turns out the story is about a school shooting, and they cast this kid, his name's Ernie, to be a school shooter in the play. And yeah, I don't know. It's the writing is really good. It gets rather dark from there, and I was pretty surprised by it. I don't think any of the actors have done anything before. I'm not sure if they're like actually in theater in like, apparently it was shot in Chicago. But yeah, I don't know. I thought this was really solid.
Oh, this does sound like a Clark movie.
What kind of tone do we have?
It's definitely like satire, but not like too comedic. It's like I said, it gets rather dark. So like not quite as like punishing as like Haneke, but I kind of got like Haneke sort of vibe just from like the opening shot of like being just this one like super voyeuristic shot that kind of just goes on for like 6 minutes or something like that. So,
But maybe not as nihilistic as a Von Trier.
yeah, not as nihilistic either. So yeah, I think it, you know, has a lot to say about school shootings and stuff like that, and gun violence, and they get all that stuff in it. So it's a very talky movie, but I thought the writing was actually really solid.
Yeah, Von Trier's got a lot of visual baggage with him too. Like when
Yeah.
you think of a Von Trier movie, a lot of like visual themes and metaphors.
Yeah, he could be fairly stylish.
And also Björk.
But now here,
She shows up.
looking at the images Oksana pulled up, it kind of looks like a Petrikis film to me. Is
Yeah.
that off?
I can kind of see that.
Oh, we got a Jason A in the
We
background.
got a Jason A. We got a Caddyshack, Anchorman.
Now, Robbie, you saw this film, right?
No, I rented it. It's waiting for me at home.
Oh, tight. Yeah, we got to watch it.
How long is this going on? Indie Fest?
So the 24th, I believe.
Oh, that's 10 days.
21st.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
That's less than 10 days. That's 7 days.
It's still a week.
That's 7 days.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Don't let-
should hop
Creepy
on it.
Clerks Union's going to come for you if you do that shit.
Sadako.
Dude, did you like Sadako vs. Kyoko?
I didn't watch it, but the Paramount commercial, the Super Bowl Paramount
Yeah.
Plus commercial
Yeah.
with her dancing with Beavis and Butthead gave me a smile.
Yeah. I'm in a Reddit community that really love that.
Now, Robbie, you haven't seen Sadako versus Kayako, but are you?
Oh
gonna
my
see
God.
watch it?
Excuse me?
God damn it.
Sudoku versus.
Now, you haven't seen Sudoku versus Kayak. But are you going to see Godzilla versus King Kong? Yes, not to see the
Yeah.
payoff. Wasn't
Adam
there.
Wingard. Come on, man.
I know. I just realized it was him.
Yeah, that's what he's been working on. And, you know, people.
I thought they weren't going to let him work after Death Note.
Oh, dude. Have you seen the Sadako vs. Kyoko baseball?
No.
Oh, it's
bit-
very good.
Dude, it's fucking good. Japan gets it, man.
I love that.
Also, that movie was it's a Koji, the director of
She fucking hit it.
Yeah, man.
yeah, she hit
Hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah, God damn it. The
Is
video
that Chuck E. Cheese as the
No, that's Wacky Willy from
Dude, she straight up Ichiro slap hit that, man.
oh god, the video.
Oh
It
my
completely
gosh.
ripped the director Koji, he's the one who did oh my god, Norai, The Curse, and he
Oh,
did
really?
yeah, it's him. And the bane of those
he
verses.
did Grotesque. Grotesque is gnarly.
Yeah, dude, he's legit.
Carved is pretty good too.
I would say he's probably the king of found
Or a
footage.
slit-mouthed woman?
Have you seen that one?
No.
Can you go to his
Those are all
full
like,
director? Yeah.
Tartan Asia Extreme titles back in its heyday.
I'll do it. Back in the day, I messed with Target.
Yeah, Occult's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen that.
A Record
Sada-
of Sweet Murder. That's your
Yep.
That's your movie, right?
Yeah, I love that
The
movie.
Unearthed movie.
Great Christmas film. And again, Unearthed, I feel like, you know, they get kind of put in the corner of like, I don't know, indie gore where it's like, oh, you didn't know how to act, but you know how to make a woman bleed. And that's
Bone
all you got.
Sickness.
Only women bleed.
But he's also he pulls movies like Record of Sweet Murder, which is, dude, It's fucking great. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's kind of boring, but
Dude, one take,
good vibe.
lots of stunts in there. I
All
love it.
Brady, you got another movie, babe?
Great Christmas film too.
Yeah, I'll do another just quick SF Indie Fest shout out to Fully Realized Humans. If you want to see Jess Wexler from Teeth and Chain for Life, Pregnant, and Peg Joshua Leonard from Blair Witch Project, then you should watch this movie. It's pretty good.
Hell yeah. What a hard sell.
Yeah, you sold that one. Yeah.
It's good. It's fun. It's like a 76 minutes, just kind of like a dark relationship comedy. It was fun.
Ooh, are we talking existential horror of a domestic relationship?
She's wearing a Crass shirt too. Is it crusty?
Yeah, it's the movie starts off with Dead Kennedy's California Uber Alice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that got me in pretty much
I
from
don't
the start.
understand any of the words you just said.
I'm there with you.
Oh, my Alice.
I know that in high school there was a dude who demanded everybody refer to him as Crass, and I thought it was the
that's
lamest
sick.
fucking thing.
Taking it to the next level.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's the only point of reference I have is that it's probably a punk band that carried some weight.
Crass is big time. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are they? Are they hardcore or
No, it's like punk.
type?
I don't know if I'd classify it. It's not DB, is it, Randy?
I don't think so. I don't know if I really ever listened to Crass, but I always thought it was kind of crusty.
Anarcho punk, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Just like Chumbawamba started out as. You know, Chumbawamba started as an anarcho punk band.
No.
Well, let me tell you something about Chumbawamba.
What the fuck?
They get knocked down,
They certainly do.
but they get back up again.
They made their money then. Good for them.
They own a record label too, and I think they've put out like Total Conflict and shit like that, like some like other anarcho
And Total Recall.
hardcore.
Dude, what were we talking about last night? We have like a mutual friend that made $100,000 over the stock market in like a weekend.
Yeah.
And then he quit his job. And and we're like, you were saying you had a conversation with him. And you're like, how much money would it take for you to quit? And he's like, 10 grand.
It was astronomically low.
But then Robbie was
He
like,
was like my next paycheck.
the thing I took away from it was Robbie was like, fuck yeah. Like you turn around and you start making dog collars as a business and then you do whatever the fuck you want for the rest of your life. And I've always
Not with 10K.
why not?
Dude, mine was always very high.
How
I figured
much?
the most I would need if I won the lottery under $10 million, I would probably keep my job.
Under 10
Under
million.
10.
So if
Here's
you got 9 million.
here's why. Because I am
Oh no.
very bad with money.
Are you?
And I feel like if I needed more than $10 million, because then I can disperse it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna burn it. And then I look at that $10 million and said, I'm never going to make another dime in my life. Can I live the rest of my life on $10 million?
You would buy a house and several cars that you would get bored with and then just forget about.
I know. I feel like I would do a couple dumb things, but I would be pretty frugal.
You getting a Ford or a Ferrari?
Dude, if I could get a Ford GT, I'd get that first.
Oh,
hell
wow.
yeah.
Let the record show. If I could get a Ford GT.
So Fully Realized Humans, is that a horror movie or just no? It says
No.
just comedy up here.
Yeah, it's just kind of like mumblecore type of movie.
I'm down with it. Mumble
good.
rap, mumblecore, whatever.
All right.
I like it all.
Now it's Daddy's turn.
Mumble gore.
Oksana Osachi. If you would go to the International Movie Database and type in what I'm about to say.
Oh, no.
As I mentioned on this show last week, I did a little segment called What Clark Watched on Letterboxd. Okay. Very good segment. I've heard a lot of positive talk about the title of the segment. A lot of excitement going around in the streets. Unfortunately, I've only seen one movie outside of what we all saw this week, so that's what I'm going to talk about now. And I'm also carrying over, this is basically a double segment because it's also Clark's Letterboxd segment meets up with Clark's journey through John Grisham adaptations.
All right. What's the full title? Merge them both and give us one big title.
The John Grisham Letterboxd Review
We got a music cue?
Extravaganza. Here is the theme song.
Oh, you threw a curveball at me. I wasn't ready for that.
Okay. No, we're done.
Oh, boo.
The movie is Robbie. What John Grisham movie do you think I watched most recently?
Well, you watched The Firm last week.
I've seen The Firm, The Rainmaker, and then this was the third one.
Rainmaker.
I don't think I know any other Josh.
The movie
Grisham
is
The Pelican Brief.
It's not The Pelican Brief. No,
The Client.
it is The Client.
I knew it.
With Joel Schumacher directing. Okay, here's what we need to know about The Client.
Tommy Lee.
You got Susan Sarandon. You got Tommy Lee Jones. You got Brad Renfro as the kid, baby. We've also got a LaPaglia in here, a JT Walsh. Will Patton is a complete asshole in this movie. Also, Bradley Whitford and Kim Coates. There's a lot of people in this movie. Yeah, Robbie, you got to push that until it clicks.
Click on the thing.
It's fine.
No, I love natural sounds.
true.
No, you don't. You yell at our neighbors when they ride their motorcycle
That's
through the
not
court.
a good natural sound. I yell at him because he's got cauliflower ear, and that's gross. But look,
Rifle.
he should have made better life decisions.
He had a career in street beef, so what do you want?
So here's what happens with The Client, Russell Fisher. Brad Renfro, okay? He's the kid in this. He and his brother, also, what I'm about to explain to you is very insane. Brad Renfro and his little shithead brother, they're I believe they are in Tennessee. This is the confusing part of this movie. And so there's a mobster from New Orleans who drives up to Tennessee to commit suicide.
Rad.
Don't ask me why. But Brad Renfro and his little brother, who's got 21 chromosomes, he's not all there. They watch this guy in this car. And then they see that he grabs a water hose, tapes it to the exhaust, and puts it in his car, so he's going to kill himself. So Brad Renfro tries to stop him. But then this mafia guy catches him and throws him in the car and said, "Oh, you going to die with me, little buddy. We going down together." And then Brad Renfro escapes. And then the guy ends up shooting himself. But before that all happened, his little brother went into a shock. He never gets out of it.
Okay.
He goes into a catatonic state because he thought his brother was because he saw a guy shoot himself in the face.
Okay.
So he is in a catatonic state the entire rest of the movie.
He's Barbara. I love it.
So that is a constant backstory with this movie. So then Brad Renfro then starts to feel the heat from all the press that's coming around. So he needs to get a lawyer. So he, for $1 hires Susan Sarandon.
Price is Right.
As he just randomly walked into a lawyer's office, and Susan Sarandon said she was going to help him out because the district attorney is played by Tommy Lee Jones, and he loves the press. Okay,
Oh,
Tommy
man.
Lee Jones is
We got
full
Anthony
Tommy Lee.
Edwards here. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, he plays, I think, her brother.
Couldn't ignore that.
Well, I'm not a big ER fan.
Goose guy.
Whatever.
Goose fella.
You
I don't know if that picked up. Oksana
Yeah.
said he was in Pet Cemetery 2 also.
That's his fault too.
Hey, just so you know, Robbie, Oksana loves Pet Cemetery 2.
Oh, really?
It starred her crush, Eddie Furlong.
Clancy Brown.
Oh, Mary Louise Parker too.
Yeah.
She's yeah. I'm 27 years old. That's a line from the movie. I'm only 27. Oh, she is doing a
There's a
full
reference to the 27 Club.
Tennessee accent in that. Yes. All right. Here's what you need to know. Tommy Lee is they're trying to get this kid to testify because there's all about. They wanted to know if the mafia guy told the kid any information before he killed himself, which he did because he told him where a body was buried with the mafia people that this guy represented, played by Anthony LaPaglia, who's wearing skin tight clothes and like chainmail the whole movie.
What?
Dude, Schumacher is like, he basically, it's like the same set design from Batman, like in the same costumes. Give it to LaPaglia. He'll wear it.
The BDSM.
Oh, man.
Dude, if I could work chainmail into my regular wardrobe, I would do it.
It's weird.
What's stopping you?
I don't know. I don't think I could pull it off.
I think you could.
I would rock a coif.
Dude, look at Schumacher.
I saw a dude at a concert. We were at fucking the DNA Lounge, and a dude had woven in chainmail into his leather jacket, and
That's
it was
bad.
the fucking coolest thing. Yeah.
So the story's not good. This movie's not great. Brad Renfro's incredible. He's great as this kid, and but you know you got there's not a whole lot of Tommy Lee in this, and when there is Tommy Lee, it's like man on the mission Tommy Lee.
My phone is blowing up right now. I'm sorry.
How does it stack up against The Witness with Harrison Ford with the Amish community?
All right, so here's what you need to know about Robbie. First thing, I've never seen that movie,
Oh.
and
It's
I
good.
started that movie
Mm.
and then went and watched The Firm. I don't know why. I won't watch Witness. I will watch Witness.
It's good.
I know because do you know one of my favorite movies of all time is The Fugitive?
Oh yeah.
It can't get
Fantastic.
better than The Fugitive for me.
Mm-mm.
In terms of just a classic, you know, you love the guy on the run.
Man on the
And
run.
he was wrongly done.
That
The
classic
Fugitive.
scene too, though, where I just remember standing in Target watching that on like TV. Where it's like has him like at the dam.
Oh yeah, he's like, "All right, here we go. This is a reenactment with Clark's. Here we go. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. Insane. Very good.
Dude,
That was spot on.
your face contorted.
There it
It
is.
was great.
It's so good. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
I don't know why you reminded me of that.
Oh, I love this movie.
What's that movie with Gene Simmons and Uncle Jesse?
Too Young to Die.
There we
Or something
go.
like that.
Yeah, I think it's Too Young to Die. Let me look that up.
Oh, this is
Yep, you nailed it, Robbie. I don't know why that reminded me of that. I feel like a lot of their dialogue is like up on a dam and they're just saying shit like that. Dude, have you seen that movie, Too Young to Die?
No.
We saw it at the Castro. It was a Midnight for Maniacs double feature. I think they showed that
If you
with
saw it actually at midnight, then definitely.
No. Well,
I don't think that it's like something. It's not Too Young to Die. It's Too Old to Rock.
if it's too loud, you're too old. That's my favorite saying.
Ooh, Just Cause. I can't stop looking at this screen, catching some bangers. Just Cause is pretty good. Sean Connery.
So I think I have a few left.
Never too young to
Sorry,
die.
Clark.
Never. Wait, what
Never
is
too
that?
young. To
What is
Die.
Never Too Young to Die? Oh, that's what you're talking
Gene
about?
Simmons.
Okay.
Uncle Jesse.
I want you to see just a little bit of it, Clark. Yeah, I think you'd really like that movie. It's kind of what a lot of horror movies are trying to parody, like the zany 80s, but like this is authentically that.
Oh, you told me about this years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I think out here they showed it at the Castro Theater and it was in a double feature with Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh.
It was a magical night. Yeah, and we got a Robert Englund in there
Look at little
Yeah.
Robert England.
playing against Gene Simmons in
Who Randy
drag.
notified us they got his coronavirus vaccine. He was the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got.
See, Randy told you we'd tie it all together.
He told us that like 2 weeks ago.
He
They're
probably
like,
got
"Oh,
his
he
second
did."
one by now.
Yeah, he's already
Dude.
gotten the second one.
Hopefully. Yeah. What the hell are we talking about?
Who is Vanity?
Oh, Vanity is. I think it's the girl that is the love interest.
Or is that
in the
was
movie.
just or is that just an adjective they wanted to put after John Stamos?
No, it's her. She's yeah, she's the love interest for Uncle Jesse.
okay. Well, congratulations.
It's a good movie.
Oh, she's no longer with us.
Oh,
Ooh.
she died.
At 57. Ooh, she died in Fremont. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a death all within itself.
Was that a joke in a movie we watched last night?
What?
Dying in Fremont?
Fremont?
Well,
No,
Oh,
wasn't
no,
somebody-
that was Fresno.
Fresno.
Yeah,
There
Fresno.
we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Fresno taking unnecessary hate as far as I'm
What
concerned.
movie?
I think that was Me, You, Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get there. Yeah.
All right. So the client, not great.
I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
It's fine. I liked Rainmaker the most. The Firm, here's the deal with The Firm. The Firm may be the worst one, but just because of untapped potential. I think The Firm was the biggest feeling movie of these. The Firm had an incredible budget, and it was Sidney Pollack directing, and it was big cast, and the whole thing is that it was supposed to be this dark, sinister, of like with this law firm, like they're doing something evil. All they did was represent some mafias in Chicago. And the whole
what did Hal Holbrook do in there? I'm sorry, I just
so
got his
Hal
name. I was
Holbrook
like,
plays the super bad guy lawyer,
Mm.
but nothing happens with those guys. It's super boring. It's a total waste. Yeah, but the reason why the firm has stuck in my mind, A, that's a good poster, and B, look at this man. Tom Cruise is a star. You cannot mess with him.
Is it before or after Cocktail? I'm sorry, I'm pulling a chuggy in
This had to be after Cocktail. Firm was, I think, 93.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are fully in.
Cocktail's a fucking ripper.
I've never seen Cocktail.
Yeah, he's a bartender, right? He's doing a lot of flair.
Yeah, he gets taken under. Somebody takes him under his wing. It's a little too hot to handle.
Randy
Whoa.
gets it. Randy's a Tom Cruise guy.
Also, just to be clear, don't apologize for doing the thing you just coined, the chuggy. I love it because Clark does it to Randy every episode.
What?
Interrupts a sentence.
I can't help it. Randy has a cadence, and if I don't see him on a video, it's hard for me to know when I can get in there.
I am a slow talker.
See? I wanted to interrupt him 3 times in
Now,
between that sentence.
Oksana, can you look up a movie called Night Vision from 1997? While Clark was talking about The Client, I was going down the director rabbit hole of
Is it
Never
Fred
Too Young
Williamson?
to Die. I don't know, but look, can you read the synopsis,
Yeah,
Clark?
it's Fred Williams.
A homicide investigator goes after a media-obsessed serial murderer who videotapes his victims' deaths.
Sold. I'm gonna hunt that down. That's what I'm watching for next
We
week.
got Robert Forster in there, dude.
Dude, it looks
Oh.
rad. This was the last movie he made. He
Robert
made
Forster just left us.
Never Too Young to Die a couple years prior. Look at that.
That is terrible.
I
Oh,
know.
man.
He's still wearing his hairpiece too.
Wow.
This was definitely after Alligator.
Dude,
Oh yeah, of
Night
course, 97.
Vision. Steven, I know you're out there. Check this one out. Here's a lost 90s movie.
All right, Mr. Robert Smith.
Oh gosh.
What?
I was just trying to think of what movie I should talk about, and I just because I hate it. Like,
Now, Robbie, I'm trying to hit. I haven't even committed to 365 movies for this year. I've
Mhm.
done it before, but I don't know if I'm going to.
Have you?
I have. Because one summer I watched 301 Summer. Was that?
Jeez.
I
What
didn't
is
have
that?
anything else to do. This was back in college
Oh.
when I was working at the video store,
Mhm.
and that was all I would do.
I imagine, when a lot of people talk about their video store coming up and they're like, no, I do a blank, or, now I'm Tarantino. I always imagine them being more fun then. Not with you, though. I imagine you were like a little douche.
no, he's
Am I
probably
wrong?
hella fun.
I don't
He's
know.
probably
I
putting on-
I was more douchey then than I am now, I think.
Okay.
For sure.
like
um,
pompous.
Well,
Insecure, I think.
Yes, it's
Okay.
100% for that. I think because
I'm sorry. I know that came off as
no,
mean,
no,
but
no.
I think of you working at a video
No.
store. I'm like, that's the dude you don't want to
Yeah.
get rung up by.
Okay, no, not so much. Now you do need to keep in mind a couple things of where I was working.
Mortuary.
I was working in a small town in Mississippi at the only video store in town.
No, so you knew everybody.
So that was the one where I managed. I managed in Petal, Mississippi, and the clients there had been there. The people had been coming there for years, and they only had one manager there. And when she left, she would like give them deals under the table, and they expected all that shit when Clark came to town. No, thank you,
Oh.
not happening. So so I lost some people there, but there were some people were like, all the new releases didn't matter what it was. They were going to watch every new movie that came in. So if we had 7 releases, they were like, put a copy side of that for me. If we only got one copy, like it would probably go to
Ooh.
Charles Davis. I think that was his
Were you
name.
putting your hand out? You're like, grease the wheel a little
No,
bit.
but it was just, well, what else am I doing?
couple of peanut M&Ms.
I know.
So I did enjoy like giving recommendations to people. I would try to go a
Oh.
little bit,
What's a Clark
but a
little recommendation?
lot of the times it didn't work out.
I mean, I know you just discovered Eraserhead.
That was around that time.
So what the hell were you recommending?
It would depend on what they wanted, and like, do you have anything like this movie?
Yeah.
Things like that. So I would always try to understand where they were coming from, and then give a recommendation within their wheelhouse. I wasn't one that just like, hey, here's a movie I like.
Yeah.
I wanted to, because even at that, I knew people had their own like little sectors.
Yeah.
Eraserhead is on HBO Max.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be down.
All those Turner classics on there. I think they have Elevator to the Gallows,
Yeah.
Ashes and Diamonds, like Diabolique, that type of stuff.
So I previously, before last week, when we bring you up every damn episode we record.
I listen to the show.
I know, and I apologize. I know you don't want to be associated.
Appreciate it.
Now, I wasn't sure if you had seen it, but I knew if anybody had watched Sunk into the Womb prior, it would be you, and you had seen it, right?
Yeah, there are so many movies like that.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of Asian movies like that. Like I sent you that one, Nobody Knows.
Yeah.
And there are several others that none of them are as gnarly as Sunk into the Womb, but like any movie you have to watch kids fend for themselves. This one's great because it's the little boy is trying to take care of his brothers and sisters, and he creates fun for them. It's like I was telling you, it's the PG-13 version.
Okay.
But it is still very, very sad.
Let me tell you something right now. Go back to the poster before that. That doesn't look like a very PG-13 poster right there.
Larry
What?
Clark.
It's a
That,
young.
yeah, that is Larry Clark K-pop
Do you know
exploitation.
how hot it is there? You think he
I'm
wants?
from the South, baby.
They don't wear shirts.
I didn't take off my shirt till I was 27 years old.
I think the way that he's framed, though, it almost looks like a glamour shot, I think, is what you're articulating.
Yeah.
And
There's a shit ass mom.
yeah. So have you seen any of the other films from that director, Takomi Ogata,
Dude, that kid
the
was-
Sunk into the Womb guy?
You'd have to pull him up.
Yeah, he has The Hungry Lion, Body Temperature, Never Ending Blue.
I've seen Body Temperature.
How was it?
I think it's pretty good. At this time, this was like the Netflix disc time.
Yeah.
Where I was just going wild, like Pinocchio 964,
Yep.
or like
Yeah,
Sion's like Bullet Ballet,
the problem with
Shinya Sokomoto or whatever.
the Netflix disc thing was the turnaround time.
DVD.com.
And I wish I had
They were
somebody.
in San Jose though.
I
So
know.
it's just like bam, bam, bam.
It was just you know how I am with movies. You go down through all the shit that we own. It's like you odds are I haven't seen it
Mhm.
if you pull it, and that's really because I like to watch movies in like a group setting. And with shit like this, where I'm kind of iffy on the footing already, like nobody's really vouching for it that I know. And then if I blind pull that, and then I get somebody over and we sit down and it's a fucking dud, then I could potentially lose a film buddy. You know what I mean? Because people get shy
Yeah.
after that.
And to circle back what I was saying about the reason why I brought up my whole movie list is because I wanted to compare that with Robbie, because if there's a movie, like we reach out to Robbie, 80% chance, I was like, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
So like how many movies a year are you seeing? Do you keep track of everything?
Yeah, I do the letterbox thing.
Okay.
But it's funny, I just figured out that I don't really log everything. Like
Yeah.
especially indie stuff that I don't feel right
Reviewing?
rating low, or reviewing or something
Yeah.
like that. I just won't put it up.
Well, I mean, Randy, what was your theory on that? You review it, but like don't give it a star rating and put a heart.
Yeah, he does like
Yeah, you can give it the heart to just say that you liked it instead of having to rate it.
Look at Randy giving his heart away.
Now, what are we articulating though? Like, do our personal reviews really mean that much?
I think it's kind of like, it's also a way of saying, or like a way of like an embargo thing. Where
Okay.
it's like, yeah, I've seen this, but you can't see it. So I was
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Sean Baker doesn't do any reviews.
Okay.
He'll just say he saw this movie.
But I mean, I
Which
don't
I
know.
respect.
I'm so different.
I like his comment section every time he
Yeah.
does that. It's like, tell him, Sean. Right
Well,
on.
dude, I mean, I review shit, but it's purely from my entertainment perspective. Like,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's fair. I understand the whole, like, we have interviews on here, And if we have a guest on and then it's like, oh, their new movie's out, and we're like, oh, I'm not going to review that. That's a thing. I don't. Isn't it condescending to just put a heart? No.
Oksana, is this before or after Lars and the Real Girl body temperature?
Yeah.
Lars and Real Girl was before.
That was like 2004.
I'm gonna
right?
say no. Lars
2003.
and Real Girl was around 2007.
Really? Help her out with
Boom.
the spelling.
2007.
Yeah,
good job.
baby. Because video store, babe.
What movie is that?
You remember Lars and Real
You
Girl
haven't
was
seen
good.
that? It's pretty
Mm-mm.
good.
I never saw it.
It
You
sounds
got-
like the PG-13 version of body temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got Ryan Gosling, and he's got the full version of the thing that I've got.
Oh, he's got like okay. That cover reminds me of the movie from 2003, Love Object. Have you seen
yeah,
that?
Yeah, exactly. They're all in the same ballpark.
Okay,
What about
Yeah.
2003: A Space Odyssey? That was not very
dude,
good.
we should watch Love Object.
Love Object's another one of those early Netflix ones.
Oh,
Just
really?
like Feed. You remember that?
I remember Feed.
Where it's just like feeding the woman on the camera. And
So Love Object, I have one of those weird, very vivid memories of being in a grocery store and a video store had just gone under.
older than that. Oksana.
We
It's
went
like,
Australian?
2005.
Yeah, they went down under. And it was across the way, and all of their like indie shit that they couldn't just easily liquidate made its way into the grocery aisle. And I was like, Love Object, I'll take a shot at that. And no, it's fucking good.
Oh, that guy? That's the guy from Dexter. Oh man, it's cool guy from Dexter.
Yeah, what the hell's his name?
Cool guy.
Desmond Harrington.
Oh, Rip Torn, Udo Kier.
Oh, bro, you continue to bury the
I told
lead
you,
on
man.
this,
Michael
dude.
Pena.
I'm not the best with
Pena? Oh, dude, we got Scientologist in here, dude. Come on.
Well, Rip Torn was the first QAnon guy too, so we got a lot
Was
going
he?
on. Yeah, he's the one that broke the story.
He might have been, dude.
He Rip Torn that story open.
That's why we're not getting any more Q drops because it died with Rip Torn, man.
Yeah, we should watch Love Object. I think I like Love Object more than May. I don't know. I have to rewatch it.
What
I
about
remember-
June?
You know, at the time, I used to try to always have a different opinion.
Snake of June.
I mean, I get the Snake of June. Yeah,
Great movie.
I always wanted to have a different opinion. That's why I chose Wishmaster as my favorite slasher, which is clearly a terrible choice.
That piano kill, though.
Dude, they had a mace in that first movie.
If you have piano wires killing somebody, your movie's good. Hausu.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I watched a video where
Wishmaster.
this Danish guy restrung a piano with all fishing wire.
And how'd that work?
And by the time it not well, by the time he was able to rewire everything, which took him about 40 hours, was that right, Russ?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I
It
didn't
was
know.
already out of tune.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I bet it sounded sick, though. I
It
bet it sounded
sounded
like
weird.
the score from Ravenous.
It sounded just kind of muted. Yeah, it didn't sound.
The problem was, I think that the tension gauge was too brutal and it kept detuning the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Have you seen Feed?
No, I haven't. I
It's-
know that cover from my Suncoast
Yeah,
expeditions.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's-
but
that's when it would have come out, like around like Undead from the Spirit Brothers and like
a
Suicide
cybercrime.
Plug.
Wait, go back. I
It
want
came
to.
out under the same label as Suicide Club, and
I remember when that came out. Cybercrime investigator tracks a man suspected of force feeding women to death. Fuck, maybe I have seen it.
it gets sloppy.
It's not a bad way to go.
Yeah, I really.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. If he would have just waited a decade, he could have had a hit YouTube
I mean, as
channel.
long as they're not feeding me, meatloaf and beets, I'm fine.
No,
with
it'd just
it.
be waffles for you.
Can we go today? Is there
If-
vacancy now?
Waffle and Diet Mountain Dew.
Let me tell you something. Both my Diet Mountain Dew and my waffle consumption has taken a slight dip. Thank you very much.
Why?
Despite yesterday.
Look at this fella.
Well, I'm running low on mix.
Oh God.
Running low on mix.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can't.
I
do
gotta
it.
get
you,
more
you eat a
buttermilk.
lot of waffles.
Let me tell you something. It's easy, baby, and they're delicious.
They smelled hella good.
Yeah.
They're nutritious.
Are they?
Not really.
My God. Yeah, Suicide Club.
Virtuosity, fucking.
All right.
Dude, have you seen
Denzel.
Suicide Club?
No, but I love Suicide Squad. Is it the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, I have seen Suicide Club. I own it actually.
Damn, man. Robbie,
It's okay.
can I talk briefly about the script you wrote that I read? I won't
Oh,
go
yeah.
too much
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it. Because you wrote a script about suicide, and I don't think I've ever read anything that really, oh man, I've been listening to a lot of controversial podcasts
Here we go.
lately.
Uh,
And I've heard
the Overlook Hour.
no, and I've heard some pretty good arguments for assisted, death, and just like kind of the moral conundrum, or like whose place
Sorry,
is
conundrum.
conundrum. I don't know.
You don't let me go. I'm not gonna let you slide either, brother.
I'm lost in thought. Okay, here, let me try and articulate. It's like, who are you to tell somebody that they can't take their own life? Is the argument I'm hearing more and more. And I think, Robbie, your script has made the best point for it. Like, I don't know, it's really good. I'm fucking
Oh, thank
excited
you.
for that thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to make it as well.
I want to talk about it more, but
I want
it
you
just came
guys
up
to-
naturally. Yeah.
Well,
to help
now
with it.
I think that part of the reason why you hear Robbie is that this is goodbye for now, as you were leaving the Bay Area.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah,
going
boo.
over to Massachusetts. Now you need to know a couple things, Robbie. First of all, for a solid half a year, I thought you were moving to Maine because Russell doesn't know the difference between Massachusetts.
That's
and
not
Maine.
incorrect.
You were going to Maine.
That's the end game. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay,
Going,
Russell.
Then the joke still works.
I apologize.
You hear his joke?
no, no.
Oh, then the joke does still work.
Go ahead, say it.
I said you go ahead and make one Stephen King adaptation. You got to move straight to Maine.
You're not wrong.
And I didn't want to correct you because it's good. I knew he was going to Massachusetts.
So where in Massachusetts we going?
Northeastern.
Eastern Massachusetts.
My mom lives there. I haven't lived close to her in a really long time. So,
How long has she been up there?
17 years.
It's beautiful country.
It's gorgeous.
I had my cousin lives up there now. He lives in the greater Boston area, and I was there for a wedding, and got
During the summer?
horribly drunk. Fall.
oh, okay.
Fall's the big pretty time
Oh, yeah.
over there. Big touristy right
Mhm.
there. But no, it's beautiful country. I think it's beautiful people, and yeah, I got no problem with Massachusetts.
I love it.
That's you're approving.
Yeah,
All right, Clark approves. You can go.
in Maine, it's pretty much the same thing.
You guys should come out.
I
Go
totally
sailing.
want to, and it bums me out because again, you're only in the East Bay right now,
Mhm.
but that bridge feels too far to. I don't know why.
Both physical and
It's fucking lame,
metaphorical.
and that's why Randy stopped showing up. We thought it was for COVID, but
Well, that's a huge thing too, though.
yeah,
I don't like driving across water.
I know, dude. The other bridge, the San Mateo Bridge,
Yeah,
it looks you're just waiting for a kaiju to come out of that fucking water.
dude. Yeah, especially when you either go up or down the big incline
Yeah.
there, the big hump.
And then if you're on stop and go traffic,
Yeah.
it's like, we shouldn't have built this bridge. You're like, humans made a mistake. We're going under. And I don't know, man. It's the East Bay. It feels so far away. And I was thinking about it. I'm
Aaron
like,
Lewis said it best.
oddly, we'll probably see you more when you move to the other side of the coast.
Yeah, maybe.
The other
Yeah.
coast.
Yeah, because if you ever stop into like Philadelphia again or anything like that, it's just a couple hours away.
Yeah. Whatever travel turns into in the future.
I'll tell you what, though, that straight shot flight is rough.
Oh, yeah, I know. But that's part of the reason why I want to do it. I want to get over the plane thing really
What
bad.
is your plane problem?
I don't like being in the air. I
Oh.
freak the fuck out.
That's crazy.
You have no decision though. Like,
I-
you have no choice.
I think it's a control
So
issue.
it is
honestly.
100% a control issue.
Yeah.
recycled air. That always gets me breathing a little weird. It's like I'm breathing this.
Oh, don't tell
motherfucker's
me that. I
air.
never thought about
No, but
that.
it's better for COVID. That's why they're saying that's there's not a whole bit. They haven't traced a whole lot of COVID transactions on planes.
All right,
'cause of the air
Fauci. Thanks
situation.
for showing up.
Just saying. Fauci.
No, but I really do. I want to get over this shit, and I know the best way to do it is just fly more till I'm drained of energy and I don't care.
Now, see, my
anymore.
problem with flying is everything when I'm not in the
I
air.
know, and I feel like we've talked about this
I'm
so much on this.
Good in the air. Love the air.
I fucking hate the air.
I'll live in the air, baby. And I hate I hate heights.
Yeah,
I'm terrified of heights.
Dallas fucked me, man. When I hit that air pocket, it was like, I'm never doing this again. I hit that air pocket. I'm like, I'm done.
What I don't like is when I'm in the air and I'm in a plane and I can see other people in another plane in the air at the same time. Don't care for that.
Well, did you hear about the guy in the jetpack?
What?
Remember when I was doing the morning
The guy
zoo
who
thing?
died?
There was a guy in a jetpack who was flying over airport, and they kept seeing him. And there's recordings of the air traffic control guy. Like, there's a dude in the jetpack. You have to be careful. Like, yeah, look. It turned out it was a drone that was supposed to look like a dude in a jetpack.
Oh, dude.
But they were flying it like over an airport, and planes were like freaking the fuck out because it's commercial airline.
Isn't that the felony?
Oh, that's a federal offense. I'm sure. Yeah, you can't fuck with that.
It's also an offense in Grand Theft Auto.
But everybody thought it was really a dude, and it happened multiple times.
I mean, how are you not?
It looks like a dude.
Yeah. Dude looks like a lady.
Before, when she was Googling it, it came up with San Andreas.
See?
Jetpack San Andreas.
Can't do it. It's my favorite thing. Go to the Los Santos International Airport, jack a plane, and just let the good times roll, brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fly to the casino.
You got to play Cyberpunk.
I will never play Cyberpunk.
It's a great game.
Watching you play it, I can do 3 minutes a day.
You know, Clark nailed it though. He said it's Grand Theft Auto without the comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're pretty much right. It's more serious in tone all the way through.
And I can't do that because now I will tell you this. I have walked into a more intimate relationship with Grand Theft Auto than I ever thought I would with the online campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sort of stuck in this trap playing it every day. But I think I'm starting to lose interest because every day I go in there, I'm fighting for my life. It's so exhausting. I'm tired of having to run from people who are just out to kill me. I don't want to be on the defense. This is be hunted or be the hunter. And these people they've got millions of dollars in their bank account. I spend all mine at the casino.
Yeah.
I have a gambling addiction on this game. All I do is go and try to steal an airplane to go to the casino and then lose all my money.
Yeah, it's really lame.
And then, but if I see a person, they're dead. They're dead because they're coming for me. So I'm going for them.
How do you know?
Because
it's paranoia.
Anytime I see another gamer, you're gone because you're coming for me. That's how it works. But these people, they come in with their armored vehicles and they will just hunt me. They'll kill me like 6 times in a row. And then an option after you're killed once. After you're killed twice by the same person, they'll say, do you want to be ghosted so they can't see you? A, that doesn't work. And B, that's a bitch move. So C, just keep fighting. That's what you got to do. I'm about sick of GTA. Tell you this today.
I've walked, he'll have his door open and I've walked in there and it's just him gambling in GTA with a dude with like a 10-gallon hat on. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, first of all, it's a trilby. Second of all, let me explain something to you right now. Do you know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars I've won at that casino?
Really?
Because
what's your game?
Dude, the key. What they did with GTA Casino is great. Do not go to the card room. Don't do it. You'll have a good streak there, but they will always fuck you with blackjack, and they will always fuck you with roulette. But if you're smart, you can get away at the horse races.
Oh,
so I go to the track, baby.
Oh my!
And
God.
what I'll do is that I'll put a $10,000 bet on a long shot. I'll put $10,000 on a 30-1. And then they'll get $310,000. That's happened 3 times.
Wow.
Where I put on a long shot and won.
Why don't you apply that to real life?
I've won probably $750,000 doing that.
In real life.
Not in real life.
No.
I wouldn't be here. If I had any money, I would disappear.
Where would you go?
I would somewhere where I want to live near a body of water.
Thailand.
Preferably a river. Okay. Or a lake. I'll take a lake at this point. Maybe a pond. Depends on how nice
Michigan?
the pond is. Michigan? Not a juggalo.
I hear you'd kill it in Japan.
Robbie thinks I would thrive in Japan. I don't think I would have
Little
anything to
Buddha.
do with Japan.
Little Buddha.
I was little Buddha in China.
Oh,
They love me over there. I killed it in China.
Speaking of Japan, yeah, you actually asked what movie I'd watched recently.
Yeah.
30 minutes ago.
The Woman in the Photographs. Was a fun movie,
I always think of the movie that had
and it's
Oh,
available
my God.
through SF Indie Fest right now. It's a
Not the girl in the photograph.
What got me to see it was Randy's Woman of the Photographs. There it is, 2020. Was Randy's review. Randy and Sam Pierce's is his name Sam Pierce?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam's review of a lot of people were comparing it to Cronenberg. I didn't really feel that. But it does have some body horror stuff.
Are we talking Daddy Cronenberg or Baby?
Neither really.
What do you think
to
of
me.
Possessor?
It's more like, yeah, I love Possessor. This is more like Shinya Tsukamoto, like kind of like Iron Man, Tetsuya the Iron Man.
I understand.
But he also has a couple like Nightmare Detective, where it's like similar like wound horror.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or if I guess
I would not
In
wanna
My
be a
Skin.
detective of
Can you pull
nightmares.
that one up? In My Skin, it's like Don's My Poo. I think it is.
Don's my poo.
Don's my poo.
Don's My Poo. Yeah, read it. Look, Don's My
You
Poo.
know about Don.
You can't say that on this show.
Don's my poo.
We're gonna take the poo.
Yeah, so woman of the photographs kind of reminded me of a less literal Don's My Poo. But with a Woman of the Photographs, it's about a photographer who does a lot of like correction. I forget what do they call that? Randy?
Like retouching, I guess.
Retouching. Yeah. So there's a guy down the street who runs a funeral home, and sometimes he'll bring a photo of a guy in not so great of a photo, and he'll bring it to this guy, and he'll put the guy in a suit. He'll take his head, float it into a suit,
Yeah.
and like make it look right, so that they can use that as his like wake photo.
Oh.
But another one of the things that happens is a lot of women come in there to get their faces retouched for matchmaking photos.
Weird. That has to be a real career, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure it's like
I mean,
booming.
it's so easy to do now with iPhones and
Yeah.
things like that. But in this, Homeboy's like a great photographer. You can see on his walls that he's been winning like awards since he was in high school, I think it was. And he's out taking some nature photographs in his like pearl white suit. He looks fantastic. He looks like he's straight up like a Forest of Love. And he notices a woman in a tree, kind of sleeping, maybe conked out. He's like, oh, he's not a real sexual guy. You don't really get like a creepy vibe from him. He's more just interested in what's going on. And he comes and just straight up stares at her as she wakes up. And she's just like, what the fuck? And she has a very large, apparently she was trying to take a selfie up in a tree and had fallen and got some pretty gnarly gashes and lacerations on her chest as she fell.
Ooh, commentary.
Yeah. And so she goes home with him, and they just
Ooh, there you go.
somehow spark up a sort of a relationship
Over open wounds?
at the behest of him. Yeah. Oh, I mean, because he starts to take photos of her, and he starts to get rid of that scar.
Oh.
And I skipped over like when she's staying with this dude. I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
but
don't give away.
when
Yeah.
she's staying with this dude, homegirl keeps coming in there. Another woman keeps coming in to get her photo touched up, and they start to have a female like a feminine dialogue about what this means. And the girl who's getting it touched up, she's like, well, eventually that becomes me. Like the more this guy sees that, when he sees me in real life, he's going to project that onto it.
Yeah.
So it starts getting wild with that, like
Is
how
that like a
people see you
Yeah.
versus how
Well, like your
It
social.
reminded me of MySpace a lot. Just
Okay.
like a long time ago, like with MySpace, we were just kind of figuring it out. Where different angles could change who you are
Completely.
as a person.
Yep.
Completely. If you took a photo from high up in like a well lit room, it's going to make you look a little better than full on, where you can probably see a little more contour. And
Yeah.
like, things like that. So it reminded me of that. It reminded me of Cam a lot.
Oh,
but like,
love it.
Yeah, it's really good, and only $10 at SF Indie Fest.
Now, did it? So the thing I love about Cam, and I know you've heard me talk about it on here, was just the dialogue about like putting your real identity on the internet.
Self.
Yeah, like you can do it, but don't put your whole shit out there because it's not yours anymore. Is this kind of like the reverse, where it's like you can change your real self by putting a bunch of fake out there?
No, and again, I don't want to give away too much. It's a lot of social media stuff.
Oh, I love it. I'm in already.
So this woman, the woman that in the tree, used to be a dancer, and used to get say like 2,500 likes on an Instagram post, and now she's getting 80. And so a lot of the times when she's alone, you'll go to shots of her. And it's really cool because they do it nice and surreal with like projections of hearts coming out of her phone onto her face and things like that. But she'll go and she'll explore these old times, and you'll hear like applause, from the ether. And then she'll get to her other photos, and she'll start speaking to herself, just like, "Bitch, you are not what you used to be."
Oh my God. That's, you want to know something
And
I always
throughout it, I don't know if you noticed the mantis reflection.
I didn't notice.
Oh, look at there.
There's a mantis who deserves high praise. Fantastic macro mantis shots.
Oh,
of it eating
macro
meat.
mantis.
So there's one
macro
thing
mantis.
though, is like all of the sound. I know this got to Randy.
Yeah.
All of the sound is heightened.
Okay.
So it's like Evil Dead 2, only drama. So it's like
Yeah. So Russ, don't watch this past 10 p.m. please.
Put headphones on when you're going to bed.
And it doesn't.
We've been over this. I can't have anything in my body.
It doesn't keep it to the horror, because there is a little bit of horror in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep it to the grotesque horror. Sorry, and doesn't keep it to the grotesque. It's all the time. So it's just
rad.
To me, it just felt like a macro vision of everything, because they do a lot of macro photography and things like that. But the sound sounded so not oppressive, but it does really come at you.
Well, I mean, that's a good way to approach a movie about like the digital world, because you're so keyed into everything, and as from news article headlines to what we like on Instagram, that's kind of the game. It's to be like sensory overload to get your attention. You sold me. I totally want to watch this movie.
Randy, can I get your side of it?
Yeah, I dug it quite a bit. The only thing that bugged me was the sound design. Yeah, but no, I mean, everything you said is true for sure. I agree with all of that. Yeah, I texted Russell actually earlier in the week. I don't know if he remembers, but also suggested this to him earlier in the week too.
Did. Yep.
That finale, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, that finale really.
You better not,
drives
because
it home.
Robbie also gave us shit for spoiling too many movies on here. So,
but I like when you spoil Money Plane.
Hell yeah.
Well, I also feel like, again, sensory overload to get people involved. There are some little movies that would be great if you went into it blind, but nobody will go into it without knowing why it was worth it.
I would have never watched this had it not been for Randy and Sam.
I know. And that hurts because
Randy.
Thanks, Alberto. No, because Robbie earlier was talking about how he loved The Empty Man. And he was like, yeah, but I couldn't go off of your review. I don't blame you. But again, it makes me reevaluate things, because I'm like, that movie, people should have watched that damn movie.
There's some imagery in that movie that is just...
Dude, so good.
It's a very bad title.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
The Empty Man, The Empty Man, Empty Man. That movie's great. Again,
there's some jokes in there.
when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll do a deep dive into it. I'm going to give people enough
We
time
need
to
it.
watch it.
On Blu-ray?
It's not out yet.
Ah,
We needed more
Redbox,
Stephen
that's how I
Root.
saw it.
We needed more Stephen Root.
Wait, you saw it on Redbox?
You betcha. That's how
Yeah.
I've been seeing. That's how I saw Bloody Hell. Redbox has been doing this thing where they get movies ahead of VOD. So, like The Ranger, I saw 3 days before VOD because Redbox had a deal with them.
Oh.
Bloody Hell as well, which was released by the Horror Collective. I think they might have.
What do you think of Bloody Hell?
I loved it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Not announced and available on deep. Yeah,
I'd forgotten we watched
So
that.
steal it from Redbox.
I know. What the
It has
fuck?
no special features on the Redbox disc. Though.
Oh, they never do. Yeah.
But they have started though. Because
had they?
Bloody Hell has a ton of featurettes.
Because a lot of times they would have the disc and it would just say rental on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Redbox was the first thing that started killing the video stores. It wasn't online.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was Redbox. It was Redbox. Netflix was barely a blip on the radar because, streaming was not really a thing.
No.
And the at-home thing really, like in that area, wasn't. Redbox was the big concern because of the price difference.
Dude, I remember the first time I ever streamed a movie off of Netflix, and it was like people were over and it was on my laptop and we were like laying on the floor and it was like, this feels like we're wasting our time. And I think it was for oh god, Stand Tall 3 or something. Was it what is that movie that The
Jesus.
Rock took over? But
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo was in it.
Sorbo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the sequels, and that's the first thing we ever watched. And it pixelated.
Oh, I bet,
it buffered really well.
The original Walking Tall. Hell,
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've only seen the Kevin Sorbo one.
Yeah,
that
we
sucks.
got
He's really popular in the Philippines.
Sorbo?
Yeah,
73 down there with Joe Don Baker.
Joe Don
The
Baker.
fucking man.
dude.
Is rad.
When I was in my height of like working out, like it was the only thing I did. One of my coworkers referred to me as Kevin Sorbo, and I was like,
Good for you.
"That's your reference?" No, but I mean, I was like, "That's a weird one to pull out." And then he, Chuggy did it on the show too. I think. Where he was
called you
talking
Kevin
about-
Sorbo?
No, just how big Kevin Sorbo is in the Philippines.
That's
oh, I'm
bananas.
sure.
It's something about like the rerun TV stuff
I'm
and
sure
like
Xena is too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lucy
I wonder
Lawless.
if Jack of all. What was that Bruce Campbell one? Made by the same, probably 3 producers.
Burn Notice.
he was the Jack of
all
Thieves.
trades.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Jack of
it's like
Thieves or
Jack of
something.
something.
It was in the
Jack of all trades. I think.
I think it's Thieves.
Dude, Sorbo's 6'3". Good for you, buddy.
Yep, Jack of all trades.
Oh damn it! I can't go toe to toe with Robbie on this stuff. Oh, they actually made a show out of that?
You never seen it?
No.
Oh, it's wild. And I remember staying up pretty late to watch like Hercules, Xena,
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
I never knew he got a spinoff. I know that he was secondary on both those shows,
Mhm.
and he was good in it.
Always flying out of trees.
Yep. Damn, what? I gotta look that up. There's no way that's out on DVD, right?
Oh yeah, you can probably get it at Big Lots for $3.
All 22 episodes.
Oh, it's on Prime. Oh, are they gonna make me watch commercials though?
No, not on Prime.
Well, I don't know. They do that IMDb,
IMDb TV.
Yeah,
But it generally would say IMDb.
and they're not bad.
Especially would say that on
Oh,
IMDb.
Briscoe County Jr.
Oh, yep.
Damn it, this screen is dangerous.
I know it. It works out for me and Clark because we're not directly looking at it, so we can just kind of like pick and choose when we want to look. But
All right. Russell John, what movie do you want to talk about
oh shit, I forgot we were doing that.
before we do our breakdown of what we saw yesterday?
Oh God, I watched the new Into the Dark to help celebrate Valentine's Day,
Into the Dark.
and I opened that tab somewhere. The movie was called Tentacles. A couple falls head over heels into a new romance and entwine their lives until their intimacy transforms into something terrifying.
Now this is part of, Into the Dark is
Dun,
the
dun, dun.
seasonal, it's all holiday related horror maybe.
So pre-COVID, they were doing, it was kind of like Blumhouse was making a hour-long horror feature related to the holiday. So it would be like, they did Christmas.
So
and
Into
New
the Dark
Year's
is
and-
Blumhouse.
I'm pretty sure, right?
So
Did I
what
just
is
make that up?
Blumhouse doing on Prime? What is that deal?
I think they bought movies and dumped them there. Don't quote me on that because I haven't looked. But when you watch those Prime movies, they look like they were acquired, not
Brandon,
produced.
did you ever watch any of those Prime movies? They're not good.
I don't think so. No, don't know the titles of any of them. I also haven't seen any of the Into the Dark movies.
They're also not great.
Yeah, the Bloomhouse. Yeah, Bloomhouse is a company. I was really into them early on when they were kind of like reinventing the model to make a like kind of medium budget horror movie.
Yeah.
And like a lot of them, they were good, and I was pumped. Now I feel like they're overreaching and they're producing a lot, and the quality has just across the board taken a dip.
They do produce a lot.
They produce a lot, and they've kind of like cornered that market. And again, I mean, we have a podcast and we focus on horror movies mostly, and the community's
And John
not great.
Grisham.
And John Grisham. But yeah, I watched Evil Eye on Amazon Prime, and that was no bueno. My mom was bored out of her mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I watched The Lie.
yeah. And you know, when you horror fans of a different decade, they can really look past a lot of visual stuff and get into the story if there is one. So like when you're hanging out with that crowd and they can't hang with it, you know, there's like deep problems in the movie. But anyway, yeah, I watched Tentacles, and everybody's like, it's a psychosexual horror film, and
Yeah,
it's
brother.
crazy. And I'll tell you, one, not enough tentacles in this movie. You don't fucking call your movie Tentacles. And then it's like, what do you think of when you look at that poster?
Octopus.
That-
Octopussy.
I no, movie wise.
Beach House.
The one with
Okay, I
you
regret
got,
asking.
you
Oh,
got
shit.
Catwoman in the tub. What lies beneath?
Really? Yeah, okay. No, it's Spring or The Beach House, or like both those movies are
two
better.
Deep cuts, baby.
No,
I'm
they're
talking,
not.
I'm talking about the everyday Joe workman.
There's not one tentacle in
I know.
What Lies Beneath.
Yeah, but bathtub.
The bathtub.
I
A,
know.
Bathtub.
a clawfoot bathtub.
Yeah. You don't think a Pfeiffer in a tub?
No.
I'll tell you, it's the only thing I remember about that movie.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, really?
No, why would I need to watch Pfeiffer in a tub?
I'll tell you, the major impact of that film is the bathtub, and that house is right next to I think they have a pier out back. There's too much water in that movie and not enough anything else.
In
going
Zero
on.
Tentacles, I've just been told.
Zero tentacles.
All right.
Now in the movie called Tentacles, that looks like the Beach House or Spring.
Now let me tell you something. Those tentacles look terrible.
Yeah, they do. But again, so we're not talking a huge budget here. I already don't love Hulu. Like, honestly, I'm not excited to go to Hulu to watch anything.
They have some good movies from time to time.
Yeah, but
they
yeah.
acquire some good movies.
It's the branding and the culture. When I go there, it's not a fun time.
The interface is also terrible.
Yeah, I
It's
hate
terrible to navigate.
it. Yeah, you know, I'm an Amazon Prime guy. I'll watch shit that deserves no views on Amazon Prime just because it feels raw and edgy. Hulu feels fucking sterile to me.
Mm.
Netflix feels sterile to me.
What's an edgy movie you watched on Hulu?
The Painted Bird.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah. That's
House that
good.
Jack
I
built
would
is on there
agree
too.
with-
Where-
Sorry,
remember that.
Ren-
House that
This-
Jack built is on there too, actually.
Which one?
House that Jack built.
Ooh, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Okay.
They acquire a lot of really cool stuff. Like they have Possessor on there now.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, Hulu. I'm going to reevaluate you.
They
I-
always get stuff where I'm like, oh shit, really? Like, because I always rent it prior, so I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't watch this. I've already seen it, but yeah, they always. I'm trying to think of one where it's like, oh, good for you.
Yeah,
Hulu.
the entire series of
You know-
King of the
Well, okay.
And Inside Number 9.
Oh,
They-
damn.
They just they have
Did they
Inside
just
Number 9.
look at Hulu? They get it.
All right, here's the thing. I realize now that we're talking about it, you know what I think I really like is a lot of options. If you look at my collection downstairs, I like a broad,
You want
option.
to run the Notre Dame box.
and Amazon
I understand.
is a bottomless pit of film. And I feel like Hulu, there's a very tight group of movies on there.
Mhm.
Like you can't scroll for days there. And I guess it's really confronting. It really wants you to pick a movie and watch it. And that's just not who I am.
You can show for days and Amazon.
Oh yeah. I think that's why I love YouTube too. Anyway, Tentacles, not as good as either of the movies, any of the movies we've compared it to. It is oh man. So Tentacles opens with what's our lead's name? I have this right in front of me. With Tara, who is a girl. We're introduced as she's waking up in her car, as that's where she lives, and it's
Oh.
like, oh, interesting. And she goes to open houses and
Now, is
sneaks-
this a young lady?
yeah, she's young,
20s?
probably mid-20s.
So the moving in the car, what's that about? Just,
Well, we don't know.
living life.
There's no context given yet,
It's pretty
Okay.
common.
I know.
and especially now. But again,
for sure.
Into the Dark, this is the first movie post-COVID that they've released.
Mm.
They kind of stopped.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is the first entry back. And we're introduced to
So is
the...
COVID a part of the story?
No.
Bummer.
And here's the thing.
We just
Kevin
need
Williams.
more COVID.
Because you brought
I
it
saw
up,
that as well.
when does COVID become a
Must be
part?
thirsty.
Like, when do we admit that our reality has changed?
So-
and
I am starting to see COVID portrayed in TV shows that I'm watching.
oh, I fucking
It's
hate
happened
it.
with, and I don't think I'm going to watch it because I let my Showtime membership lapse. So I don't think I may watch the final episode of the Bryan Cranston limited series called Your Honor, which is terrible.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 10.
It's not good.
Like a 10 out of 10.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, about
COVID. Because he plays a judge and a person in the jury had on a COVID mask.
Well, a mask.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a pig mask. I guess you could use that for
It
COVID.
was, Saul was not related.
No, but, because, well, with film, can't you just deny it ever happened? Wouldn't that be fine?
Sure, but we're not going to do that
But why can't we?
because we have to talk about it.
Yeah, but I mean, also, I guess if there were mask wearing in this movie, I almost feel like we're admitting defeat. And it's like a new reality. You know, that thing we love to hear everybody say. The
Yeah.
new normal.
Yeah, get it out of here. I hate COVID in movies.
Thank you.
But Randy really liked that Anne Hathaway
Well,
HBO.
Terrible.
Randy Randy gets anxious whenever
It
he
wasn't
sees
good.
people not wearing a
I
mask.
kinda wanted to
Randy, you hated it, right?
Yeah, it's not good.
She was better in Be My Cat. But yeah, Tentacles. Oh God, what am I going to say about this film? So our lead, she wakes up in a car and she goes to an open house.
What kind of car?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Such
A
bum, but-
hatchback?
All right.
That's a thing.
I'll say Honda Civic.
It was-
Yuba.
It looked like something I would drive when I was 20. So there's not a lot of money. It's
Would
probably
you have-
secondhand.
55?
My original car, if I got up to 55, the radiator would try to kill me.
Hell yeah.
So, it was one of those deals where all the windows are down and the
So you
heat is
literally
all the
can't
way
drive
up.
55.
Well, I could. The car would just start smoking.
Don't tell Sammy.
Yeah. And so she goes to open houses and she sneaks in and, this is her reality. And it's like, that's pretty interesting. The second open house she goes to, romance is kicked off with one of the guys renovating it. And then she has some cool guy dialogue and convinces him to let her reupholster. I don't know what the technical term would be, but she's going to go to his parents' house that he's trying to put on the market and redress it and get it ready. And they have a romantic relationship. And then I love style in film. I think it can really make a boring movie worth watching.
Sure.
The style here is just not genuine. It's almost like echoes of cool shit they saw on other platforms. What?
Well, that makes total sense because look at this piece of garbage poster.
Yeah.
Who signed off on that poster?
I don't
They're
know.
like, yeah, that's good. To where it looks like there's snot coming off her foot that turns into, I guess it could possibly be translated into a tentacle.
It's a tentacle.
It
Can you
stinks.
just spoil it for me real quick?
Yeah, I can. I'll get
never
there.
See this.
The thing is, the horror community is different than the regular film community. And
Yes, we all know you're very
all-
important.
No,
blah,
no,
blah,
I'm
blah.
just saying you market to them differently. That's why Walmart will have
I
a
understand.
wall of like
You're all
girls
very
being
special.
dragged down a
Yes, I
cave.
know.
Well-
the Eddie Langolier section.
What a horror fan is looking for is there a monster? Is there going to be gore? Like these are the things we're asking. So that's telling you, hey, creature feature, and it's a lie. There is no creature.
There's no creature in it.
Okay, I guess I like that you asked me to spoil it too.
No Possession 81 vibes either.
No. Okay, here's the thing. The movie. Oh God. So we linger a long time on this drama of there's a montage of these two having sex in sped up single shot fashion, and it is it's not good.
Like Clockwork Orange.
Kind of, except it feels like it's been impregnated with a computer. Like, Clockwork Orange, it's like, I haven't thought about that film in so long, and thinking about that in one shot is pretty cool. Yeah, where they're running around and just doing vile shit.
They're like sucking on lollipops, having a threesome.
Yeah.
Putting on records.
This one is it's got a different tone. Again, it's loosely put out as the Valentine's Day movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll spoil this in an indirect way. I think the tentacle is a metaphor for entering a relationship and how baggage from past can impact your whole life in ways you didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like an interesting meditation on what a relationship is, told in a very boring kind of like, this is a horror movie, but that's clearly not what they wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
And the monster bit. So in the third act, again, we watched this movie with Terrell, our good friend, and he loves to try and call out where a movie's going. So I was drinking and I was just like, I'm gonna tell you right now what's happening. I'm like, she's an alien and she's body swapping with people.
Ooh.
And the problem is that the movie's tentacle is that the past relationships aren't easily discarded. So like in the beginning of the film, when the relationship is new, the first crack that shows up is she gets a phone call, no context for the audience here, which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
She answers it and goes, hello. And it's like, hey, Lena, seems like you got a nice life. And it sounds like the Scream voice.
Yeah. It's
like, hey, Lena. And it's like, well, her name's not Lena. She said it was Tara. And we're like, what the and she's like, don't call here ever again, and hangs up. And it's like, whoa, what's going on? And it's like, it's her fucking shitty boyfriend from before.
This sounds terrible.
It's really dumb. And I think it was only an hour long, right? Can you pull that up? I don't.
Holy
It doesn't
shit.
help.
90 minutes.
Oh, it was an hour and a half. Okay, I stand corrected. And we were hanging out, like we were drinking. It was a fun time. And this movie really, it challenged us. Yeah, it was challenging. And whenever you get like a steamy relationship on screen and you got Terrell in the room, it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He was fucking bored out of his mind. And he was just like, oh, you like this? This is artsy, huh? I'm like, this ain't artsy,
This
dude.
is artsy.
Like
huh?
there were moments where it's like, we have a wide shot and there's a field and he pulls up, a lot of parking, gets out of the car, and the girl's there, he's talking, and she's like, I'm leaving. And she turns around and walks all the way across the field. And I just kept thinking, why didn't she park up front? And it's like, well, they were just worried about the shot because they're trying to do shit like It Follows or kind of like, suburbia, but like nobody's there. And it's like super dramatic. And the movie's fucking clunky. And there's no tentacles. There's one tentacle. And I'll tell you, when it first shows up, guess what it's penetrating?
Penis.
You got to guess, Robbie?
Watermelon.
An ear.
Ew.
It's penetrating an ear.
I'd rather go to a wiener hole.
When you see how CG it looks, ooh, yeah. So I don't know, tentacles. It's not good. And
Wait, is that Dylan McDermott?
All these Into the Dark movies are straight up garbage.
yeah, there. Well, so
Except for, a couple of the starters, like The Body was acceptable.
have you watched them all?
I've seen every single one of these motherfuckers except for Tentacles.
What was the Christmas one that people love with the Gremlins kind of thing going on? It had like Tunga or something. What there's like a little
Pooka.
Pooka.
I didn't say
The
Pooka.
sequel to that was pretty fun.
Okay.
I didn't really like the Nacho Vigalondo one.
Okay.
The original, but the Pooka Lives one.
Nacho did Pooka?
Yeah, he did the original.
Let me tell you something about Nacho. Oh, I've said let me said a lot.
Let me
today.
said.
Nacho had one good movie.
Libra?
Yeah, Time Crisis is very good.
Solid as hell.
Everything else, I hated Colossal.
I like his VHS 2 segment.
Oh, the penis monster?
Yeah.
I didn't like
I know
that.
you
That was
didn't watch that
VHS
one.
3.
That was
okay,
viral.
sorry.
Yeah, it was one of the better ones in viral.
Yeah, it was just
It's
so
not as good as The
batshit. I
Magician.
was like, oh, okay.
Also, why'd you pivot away from my joke? I did that for you, Clark.
Mm.
It really hurt.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Say again.
You said
Take two.
Go, set up the Nacho thing again.
I'm just about Nacho.
Yeah, you're like, I only like one of his movies,
He only got one good movie.
Nacho Libre.
Ice cream.
Oh,
Well,
Worth
look,
it.
Russell
I
Russell
thought that was
knows
going
me.
somewhere food related.
Look, but Russell knows me. He knows that I'm a defender of Nacho Libre,
Oh, you mean
despite
like
him hating it.
this is a taco burrito conversation, nachos? Yeah. Thank you.
Jared
Oh.
tested Nacho Libre.
You fucking dick.
I don't know that.
Okay, are we going to pivot into our magical night now?
All right. As I said, Randy came over around 2:30. We watched some street beefs.
We ordered 4 pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pizza situation was very confusing. That's why I abstained from. I didn't know what was going on.
I
with the pizza
figured you
situation.
would.
Well, Oksana was like, "Hey, do you want to get in on this?" I was like, "What's happening?" Well, we've ordered 4 pizzas. Okay, end of conversation.
Well, the thing was, do you want to order something
well, I
from
didn't know if
Pizza
I was
Hut?
like, everybody's ordering their own pizza.
You know, I didn't realize that either until
Yeah.
it happened.
I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And yeah, we got the pizza situated, and I honestly did not know we were all within a 100-mile radius of a Pizza Hut. I had no idea.
Well, DoorDash and Grubhub kind of changed the climate for that shit because I think we probably would have ordered from there, but directly, who does that? Like,
Did they-
Robbie came in and changed the game.
Did Pizza Hut? Are they still committed to the Wing Street thing, or did that die?
Wing Street.
Yeah. Oh,
It
dude.
sounds like a
So
rough
for a
street.
while, Pizza
Sing
Hut-
Street,
Sing Street is a home run.
fantastic.
Home run. Pizza Hut tried to get away from Pizza Hut, so they started to call themselves the Hut, and then they were like,
good choice.
"It's the Hut / Wing Street." So did the
What?
Wing Street thing die?
Yeah,
Because they were trying to really push hard on wings.
Wing Street is an American restaurant chain specializing in chicken. The restaurant chain is owned by Yum brand.
Yeah, Yum Brands, which is Pizza Hut, KFC,
Taco Bell.
Randy, what's the other? Taco Bell.
Randy, did you have that pulled up?
No, I just know about it because doughboys talk about Yum brands all the time.
You gotta know about Yum Brands, dude.
I don't know Yum brand. Get the fuck out.
I had no idea it existed.
You didn't know Yan can cook.
Because that's not a thing. People
It is
care
the
about.
thing. People care. Yan can cook.
Yank can cook too.
Yan can cook. You did miss out us bringing Robbie to a Total Wine. Was it Total Wine? Yeah. Kid in the
Well,
candy store over here.
Biggest beer selection I've ever seen.
It's very good beer selection.
I could have spent an hour in there for sure.
Dude, it's fucking great. And we came back with a bunch of pretentious IPAs and some hams, which
Also,
is
I love how you got a kick of. I saw one of the cans that said it was from Hen House Brewery, and I was like, "Oh, I've been there." You're like, "Yeah, I'm sure you have." you just gave me that. Yeah, you pretentious little.
yeah.
bitch.
You say that all the time.
What are you talking about? I went there. It's literally across the street from Lagunitas.
Yeah.
They've got a satellite brewery directly across the street from Lagunitas in Petaluma, California. Have you been to the Lagunitas compound?
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Super
They've
cool.
got a whole little setup there.
They have like a Coliseum.
Yeah, a little
concert
amphitheater
area.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Amphitheater.
it's cool.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's
better-
cool.
better way.
And I'll tell you this: a lot of outdoor seating at Lagunitas, so they were ahead of the game.
Are they
Lot of
paying
dogs.
you for this
I-
ad you're
I
dropping?
like- I'll tell you this: I'm not the biggest fan of their brand. I am a fan of their brand. Their beers. No, I
Yeah.
like their marketing. They're very smart with their marketing. They're very smart with their growth model. However, their beer is lower end for
What
me
the
because it's too
fuck?
hop forward.
It's one of my
It's
favorites.
very hoppy. I get it. No, look, I respect Lagunitas as much as I can. It's just for me personally, with my palate, it's a little too hoppy for me. So, yeah,
What
that's it.
the fuck just happened?
Hen House does play a little more to your taste. Too.
Yeah,
They've
Hen
got
House.
the porters. They've got the.
Hen House has a nice saison.
Ales.
I tried.
Mm.
I love a saison. That's a French country ale.
I fucking hate you.
Generally brewed with
God.
coriander.
When
They're
you like
really
this,
like spicy. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Saisons are like very like Christmassy ales to me.
They can be. They can also be a little sweet too. That brewery that makes North Coast that makes Old Rasputin. They have a saison that tastes like bubble gum,
oh,
and it's called
That-
La Merle.
is foul.
It's not my favorite.
21st Amendment has a really good one called Fireside Chat.
Yep, I like Fireside Chat.
You know what I used to drink a lot of? Crow's foot. It's a crow that whiskey, and I put in purple Powerade.
Well, Fireside Chat.
This is who you're talking to.
Fireside Chat's not a Fireside Chat's not the saison. The saison that they do, I think, is called Sneak Attack, because saison is typically a spring/summer ale, but they will release it dead winter. That's why they called it Sneak
Gonna
Attack.
cut your mic.
21st Amendment's great too. I like that.
Yeah, they're good.
Everything's in cans.
Get 'em-
You started this.
Get them to pay for a segment, and then I'll lean
started
into it.
Your rules.
I don't know.
So the first movie we
There
watched,
you go.
Robbie was talking about, because again, the whole point was that Robbie come over. Now, Robbie, you were able to manage Randy's
What?
coming over here as well, right?
Well, I just thought it would be fun if he came.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing is,
I've been trying to hang out with Randy for a while.
it's true. We talked about getting beers in a park, and then we never did it.
We've seen Randy once in a year, and we talk to him every week.
and he only came over because another guest asked him to come
He
over.
only came over because a little Jew broad from New York came over, eh?
Oh, jeez.
Here's the thing, I think it would be fun to hang out with Randy too. I'd like to have him be a part of the show and like in the room, and we can't seem to manage that.
Randy, we just miss you and we love you.
Yeah, I get it. I just, I'll do it every once in a while, but like, not trying to do it every week.
It's dangerous.
Got to get that
So-
vax, bro.
But
Well,
Clark's
Randy,
getting there.
you'll get that vaccination this time in 3 years at this rate of what California's doing.
Yeah,
You'll
probably.
you'll have to go to Levi Stadium to get it. Who knows? But anyway, so how did this start? But basically, like we get Robbie over here because we trust Robbie and we know Robbie, and Robbie watches everything. So Robbie's sort of we let Robbie be the Sherpa to the movie mountaintop of the weekend. So he's like, Robbie, what's something on the radar? What is something? So you named a couple suggestions that are sort of steeped in controversy. Is that the
Mhm.
best way to
Yeah.
describe this?
So yeah, I was surfing Letterbox, and I know that they, you guys reviewed Cuties and things like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was like, what should I?
Because we do hard hitting news.
I was surfing Letterbox, and I kept seeing people give Sia's music half a star. So that was one I brought to the table. We did not watch that, but another one that I had seen
It got vetoed.
getting beat down was You Me Madness, correct?
Yeah.
Me You Madness.
Me, you madness.
Directed, written, and starring Louise Litton, who is married to the former Treasurer of State under 45. So people are not happy about it because it is kind of an American Psycho clone where this richer, very attractive, buttless woman talks to the camera. 80s tunes play, and she talks about murder and winks and
Breaks the fourth wall.
yeah.
It's pretty upfront about. I mean, they literally address the American Psycho
Very
bit.
early.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look at that behind the scenes shot. Is that your boy?
What? This eye's looking this way, and this eye is looking at St. Louis.
So now, what did everybody think about that film, Me, You, and Madness? I thought the story that you came in with, I had to see it no matter what. And looking at the poster and everything, I don't know if I would have watched it otherwise.
Yeah, me either. If I'd have seen that one.
Yeah.
Is that a butter knife?
Yeah.
Well, also, I think that's kind of like a throwback to like that reminds me of like 90s movies.
Oh,
It
Like,
reminds me of
100%.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith
Smith.
Go to Washington.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. What'd you think of it, Clark?
She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
great.
She carries the movie. The movie is her. I mean, she wrote, directed, starred, the whole thing. Also, we learned after the fact, our boy Travis Z did the production design on this
Yeah.
movie.
And if you follow him on Instagram, dude, he posts a lot of videos of when he's like he'll time lapse a room that he's like dressing up or dolling down, and
Yeah.
dude, he does fucking great work alone. And this movie, I'm not surprised he worked on it. We were talking, he made a Lens Face movie for F3. And some of the footage, we're like, is it in that
The
mansion?
location, maybe,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
because it looked very new agey sort of vibe.
What also looked like, how the fuck did he get in that mansion?
because it was very
Mm.
contemporary. Well, Travis is, he's out there, baby.
Oh,
He's wheeling and
workhorse.
dealing.
Yeah. Now, beyond the set design and the great performance,
Plus, he's trying to save every puppy in Los Angeles County. So, like, he's got all the connections.
he did push hard for you to adopt a dog.
I almost adopted a 3-legged dog from him.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
I think it's wild that they build Ed Westwick over Louise Linton here.
Who- what is
she's
he
a team
in?
player.
He's a gossip girl.
Oh.
He's a gossip.
He's a gossip girl?
I
never
don't think
watched
he's
Gossip
one of the gossip girls.
He's in Children of Men.
Is he?
Really?
S. Darko.
Oh, he's an S. Dargo.
S. Dark.
Why y'all hating on S. Darko, dude?
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I also did not like it.
There you go.
Yeah, but okay, now with this film, man, oh god, this movie embodies mostly what I hate in cinema. I hate breaking the fourth wall.
Winky.
I hate winky.
Winky whoops.
Winky. Yeah, I hate it when it's being extra cute. When they're doing like what's a good way to articulate when a horror movie is too cool to be a horror movie? Not like A24, like we're being highbrow and we're like overthinking it,
Yeah.
but kind of like, we know this is a horror movie, so we're gonna skip that moment. We're gonna do a body gag where like there's, we'll laugh at it together because we know this moment.
Tucker and Dale versus Ape.
Like she's got a little monologue about how there are so many Leatherface movies, like
Chainsaws.
yeah, Texas Chainsaw. And it's like,
Yeah.
but
There-
of all the franchises, really, there aren't a lot of those.
No. Yeah.
Well, I'm extended. I'm thinking on it now. There are kind of a few.
Did they even bring up Pieces?
No,
I didn't see that on the list.
no.
Is that Texas Chainsaw related?
No, but she was referring to
Chainsaws.
Chainsaws,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Before she pulled up a crossbow.
But that was the second instant in the film where there was a list.
the first one was guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of Again, comparing it to American Psycho, I think American Psycho was a great look at like brand worship in the 80s and kind of like materialism. Where this movie, I think it felt like it was doing more of a like feminist narrative and like a strong female lead kind of thing.
Mhm.
Except I don't feel like it really fleshed that out. Like it's the end of the movie kind of is the reverse of that, honestly. Where I mean, I don't want to ruin this movie. This just came out, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know. The Trump shit though, that seems so unfounded. Weren't you saying people were like, "This is her in real life"?
If you read some of those really stupid letterbox comments of people that have not even read it,
Yeah.
and I hate this guy. To call this a vanity project is an insult to vanity projects. Okay, Frank, have you ever? Do you know what vanity is? Like,
Dude.
Frank Shrek.
A female version of American Psycho shot like a car commercial.
Ooh, are we roasting tomatoes right
Yeah,
now?
Here we go.
This is that segment. Our former third chair,
All right,
Justin
I'll do it in the voice of Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it's an ego-driven production that doesn't become the violent cartoon it wants to be, I tell you. Hey. Hey, there's madness all right here, but I almost went ape shit bad watching it. Hey.
Oh,
I had to fill in the blanks there. Caption.
Is horror the only genre that gets this shit? Where you can tell somebody's just like shitting on a movie that they haven't watched?
No, I'm sure you. I mean, that's not what happened. I don't think that's what happens with tomatoes unless you're Rex Reed, because that fool does not watch the whole movie. That's the right fellow, right? Like you know
Who, Rex Reed?
is? Yeah,
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I know
Who is
Riley
he?
Reed.
He's
She's an actress.
a film critic that's been doing it for a long time. Kind of conservative.
Pull him up, Rex Reed. I want Clark to look at him. I think
I want you to.
Oh, you mean T-Rex Reed?
T-Rex Reed.
Dude,
Yeah,
he kind of looks like Joe Don Baker.
dude,
Brian Dennehy.
he looks like a guy that would hate horror movies.
Look
He'd
at that
probably jerk
nose.
off to the nudie scenes and then turn it off.
God. You
Not a
could
bad
double
review.
park 2 Cadillacs on that nose, baby. Look at that thing.
Yeah, I don't know, Randy. What did you think of the film?
I mean, I was watching it by myself, I probably would have turned it off like 15 minutes in. But
Yeah.
it was like fun watching it with you guys and having a couple drinks. It was I don't know, it was fine. I mean, I can't say I'd like recommend it to anybody I know really, but I mean, unless you had like, same situation, you want to kind of like laugh at it and get drunk with your friends.
No, one of my problems is we open up in that movie and she's in a corporate setting, like she's at work.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's going to be a big movie. She drives home, she gets to her house, and we're like, whoa, y'all rented that for this film? And there's a lot of that in here, except by the third act, it feels really small. Like it feels like it turned into one of those, we only have one location.
It did.
And I really wanted to see like a tour de force with this character.
Very weird house too.
Yeah, and also her relationship with the lead was kind of like the least interesting part, I thought. And that was the crux of the movie, apparently.
I didn't love him.
Yeah.
I really liked her. And I thought that she stayed true throughout the whole thing. I never really lost my interest with what she was doing, even though you know exactly where the movie's headed.
Mhm.
Like it didn't go in any directions where we didn't think it was.
That's a fantastic screenshot.
Yeah, we always knew it was going to be the love story that, and they were going to get together. But I think the end gets way too happy with itself.
Well,
The end was so upsetting.
yeah. The end is, again, it ruined. Yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine, or I can't see a path of talking about the ending without ruining it. And I think it's worth watching for people. I wouldn't recommend it.
Now, there were a couple things really bothered me with this thing. One is that she had a garage that you couldn't access the cars through the garage, so you had to break down the cars, rebuild the cars in the garage, and they just sit there. This is not a thing that happens
Well, hold on.
with actual engines, because you got to keep these cars running. If you don't keep these running, then they're going to stall and then they're going to be worthless. So that was dumb.
Well, she also said they had no mileage on them,
Yeah.
which even if you buy it new from a dealer, there's like a mile on
You
it.
have to have something on
And
it.
we're nitpicking here. But the thing I liked about
Have
this
you ever
movie,
bought a brand new car? You need to
No.
break it in a little bit.
I couldn't tell you the model car I'm driving right now.
You have a Toyota Corolla.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'll forget that in 5 minutes. The thing is, this movie does a great job of pointing at, bringing in the elephant in the room, like they did with the American Psycho bit. Like they address that right off the bat, and they kind of like leave the audience of like carrying that. Now, when they're in that room and all the cars are in there, and he's like, "How'd you get them in here?" I didn't even fucking notice that. Did you? Like, were you looking around and going like, "Oh, there's no garage door"?
Of course.
You did.
Let me tell you something. Eyes like a hawk.
No, you didn't. Did you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't give a shit.
yeah, it didn't cross my
That's
mind
the
at all.
best answer.
No, and
But look at that ceiling. I love the lights.
I guess they didn't have any vision of what the audience would be doing while watching this movie, and the dialogue there just gets kind of like muddy because they didn't need that dialogue. I wasn't thinking that.
It's all so cartoonish that
Yeah,
I stopped paying attention to things like that. It was more about the dance, both verbally and physically, to me at one point, where especially when they started bringing out the literally the Looney Tune sounds. Like
Yep. Yeah. Which
Also, yeah, the other big thing that bothered me is the nonstop montages with very popular songs.
well,
How many times? 5 times in this movie?
that's the trailer picture. Now, one of the things, the tone really gets the jokes run out. That's what it is. Because the montage thing worked like once and twice, and then you get 5 more of them. And you're like, yeah, I get it. And it felt like they were kind of going for that, like, it's not funny, but now it's funny again.
Mhm.
And it never happens. I don't know. I wish I had more constructive
But I'll
things to
tell you
say.
this though, there's charm in this movie. There is charm.
You
Yeah.
can't deny her.
Yeah,
No.
you cannot. So I think I gave it 3 stars because when it annoyed me, it really annoyed me.
Well, also, there's no reason her character should even be likable in any way.
Yeah,
And she totally brought a
She's-
bunch of charisma
she's
to that role.
fantastic, man.
Yeah.
She was really good.
She's pretty much like the counterbalance to everything that didn't work in this film.
Yeah.
Is that go up just a smidge? Is that Jason Biggs
Oh, there's JB.
reviewing the movie? I was Jason Biggs in that movie?
Oh, with Ed Westick. I think he was with the other guy. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, no, Ed Westick and Louise Linton. No, why is Jason Biggs there?
Did he produce it?
I think it's clickbait. And we
Yeah.
did.
Just a picture.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jason Biggs will get me a click anything.
JB.
Oh. All right. You want to move it on?
Okay, so that was the first movie. Then, after a brief intermission,
Also, I think we should address why we didn't watch music. We were all pumped and we're like, see ya, music, let's do. And then we looked at the runtime and everybody ran.
it was like 2 hours.
It was like over 2 hours, I think.
No, it was an hour and 48 minutes.
Oh, now I feel kind of
That
bad.
extra 18. That extra 18.
Yeah. Okay.
Kate Hudson's got to earn it.
I would like to watch it though. Robbie kind of sold me on it.
So after a brief intermission, which included me making waffles, went back and we started Willy's Wonderland, which, if you were listening to this very program, which means you're hearing me, Willy's Wonderland is a 1999 rental. But I'll tell you this.
So I was right. Just set the record straight.
Willy's Wonderland.
You could not fathom that movie be renting at $20,
Look
and
at
I
that
called it out.
tagline. 2020 isn't over yet, kids. That made it off somebody's computer.
Yeah, but I bet that would really tracked well on TikTok.
That's a good poster.
That's not a good poster.
I like
Oh.
that poster.
I could make that so fast.
Yeah, but you're a talented artist.
Not in Photoshop.
Long story short, Willy's Wonderland, 4.5 stars, baby.
For real?
I loved it. It was
Okay.
fun. I had very low expectations.
Mm.
And when I mean very low, I mean the lowest of low. Because I watch most of these Nick Cage movies. Now, I think the quality varies a lot. But I'm a defender to a certain degree. Like, I enjoyed Primal. And I think I may be the only person who enjoyed Primal.
Can you
I had
read?
a good time with it.
It's under siege with zoo animals. It's great.
The bad guy was pretty good. I forget what that guy's name is from Lost.
Yes, he's
Not to tangent.
he
to
can only be
No,
a
no,
bad
you're
guy,
good.
right?
What is
And
Primal?
I'll tell you this, he would play a good Elon Musk.
He was in a really good. Yeah,
He'd be a great.
he was
Elon
in a
Musk.
good. Dark was the night. I think it was. He was a cop.
Oh yeah,
It
he's
was
a
like
cop.
a forest set horror movie. It was.
He
pretty
was
fun.
also the owner of the Los Angeles Rams in the HBO Dwayne the Rock Johnson led series Ballers.
Oh, nice.
Dude, y'all mentioned Primal. I fucking forgot Clark was watching that movie around me. I was thinking of what is that movie with Bigfoot, but he's in bark armor? Did you see that, Robbie?
No,
That sounds like a fever dream you had.
movie
Primal
I
Bigfoot.
willingly watched was the Sam Elliott one. That was really good.
No.
The man who killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
2018. Yeah,
you
I
liked
did
that?
not. Yeah, Robbie
Yeah.
liked it.
I loved it.
Well, you should have heard the intro because then you would have fucking hated it.
Possibly.
I think it's called don't look up the man who killed Bigfoot. Boo. Look up Primal Rage
I'll tell you
2018.
right now, it made me cry.
Really?
This thing,
Straight up.
this hunk of shit made you cry?
When they got
Hey.
to Bigfoot and they were like holding each other, like all emaciated and shit like that, I was like,
I liked
oh
Bigfoot in
my
that movie.
The
goodness.
Bigfoot was the best part of that movie.
Now Bigfoot in this movie, that's a fucking
Oh,
Bigfoot movie.
Primal Rage.
Primal Rage.
No, I
Not
haven't
Primal
seen
Fear.
Go through. Go
yeah, I
through.
was thinking. Gear.
Can we get
Oh,
that's a Bigfoot. Keep going. But the thing is, he wears bark armor when he first shows up.
Hell yeah.
And it is fucking like Predator in the way that everybody's wanted since Predator. The problem is the plot ain't that good. And we got a mystical Indian, which I'm sure we get them canceled now, but Predator or Bigfoot has a lair. Oh man, I love it when a monster gets a lair.
Sounds like Friday the 13th, 2009.
Oh, ooh. Wait, the one where he has a trophy for archery? Do you remember that?
He has a lair.
He does have a lair. And he had a lair in part 2.
He's quite the showman.
Yeah.
so Willy's Wonderland.
No. We're talking about lairs. That's all I want to talk about.
You got Nicky Cage,
Nikki Glazier.
lone wolf out there in the world in his brand new Chevy Camaro. He's riding around the roads. Did you like that? I'll do full
No,
work
I
now.
did not like that.
And it, and it No sirens. Somebody threw some spikes out on the road. Nick Cage can't drive nowhere. Here comes this, good old boy tow truck driver. And then he gives him the spiel about, I can get your car parts, but it's going to be another day. And I take $1,000. You got cash? He got no cash. The ATM don't work. Sorry, son. I got to know a friend. You can work it off, though. So you got to babysit this abandoned Chuck E. Cheese. What are these things called?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
This abandoned Chuck E. Cheese place. And you stay through the night, then by the morning we'll have your car all fixed up for you. Well, little do we know that at Willy's Wonderland, some nefarious things happened at this shut down, localized version of a Chuck E. Cheese. So, do we want to get into this? As I said, it's a $20 rental. So,
Dude, I wanted you to read the synopsis. Can you go back to the front? Look at one of the paragraphs they put in there, or one of the.
Yeah, I was really, because the whole time this
Oh my
isn't
God.
spoiling much.
they misspelled it. A quiet drifter is trickled into a janitorial job at the now condemned Wally's Wonderland.
Oh, that's what it started out as, and they got a cease and desist from
Wally.
National Lampoon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Really?
say.
Yeah. They had to change it last minute.
Oh, the mundane task suddenly becomes an all-out fight for survival against wave after wave of demonic animatronics. Fists fly, kicks land, titans clash, and only one side will make it out alive.
I was so worried
They
they were
could
gonna
do without that last sentence.
make it like a scientific thing, and I was really glad that they had it turn out to be demonic and
Yes.
that type of thing.
Yeah, they went full.
No Scooby Doo bullshit.
No, Scooby.
Oh, like a dude had reprogrammed them.
Like somebody's in the back, like Wizard of Ozing it.
That would have been a nightmare. I had not even thought of that. Oh,
No,
man.
I knew that because when the first one that he beat up started, they bled.
Mhm.
You're
The
like,
blood
oh, okay.
oil.
Oil, yeah.
It was blood.
Well, that was kind of the cool thing. They treated it like blood, but it was oil.
It was red.
It was black.
It was black.
Colorblind.
That's a good way out. Did you ever watch the Rock-afire explosion documentary?
No, because I can't ever remember the stupid name of the movie.
I used that time you were talking to
Send me a link.
Google it and figure it out.
Thank you.
That was good.
The Rock-afire explode. Yeah, because
Rock-afire.
there is a group of
in my
people
burning heart.
who are really into the animatronics of Chuck E. Cheese and like how they were redressed and
Yeah, one is on the show. Randy Michael Stad. He loves it.
Randy.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm a huge
Right.
Chuck E. Cheese fan. I still get their pizza to
You
go
know, it was
sometimes.
just the point of the show where I had to check in with Randy. See if he's
Okay,
still with
good.
us.
He's still breathing. No, but Devin, who, oh my God, my homie Devin Nixon, he was on here like 3 years ago. And he's the one that showed that to me. And he was really into the mythology of the Chuck E. Cheese things, how they were like, characters created that were redressed to fit the skeleton of, a character for a band. And it's kind of like why you get that weird Motley crew of like these don't look like the story doesn't really check out for
Vince
all the
Neil?
monsters to be together. And I feel like they kind of nailed that. I don't know. The Five Nights at Freddy thing is clearly like a creepypasta internet. Like, what
Yeah.
if Chuck E. Cheese, like you're closing and they were real? And I knew they were going to try and have fun with this movie. Like it wasn't going to be a lot of heavy lifting. I don't know if it was enough fun for me.
I had so much fun.
I know you did, but
He drank so many sodas, man.
oh, that was kind of grossing me out.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was waiting for that timer to go off.
You never know the geography of this place, though.
Yeah.
You never get a sense of geography, just like the first Purge, say, or something like that. You never know the lay
Yeah.
of this place. He keeps going to certain areas and like appearing there.
Yep.
There's never anybody walking down a hall. There's never, which of course it's a budget thing, but it's like, I need
Yeah.
to know the lay of the land to feel any sort of suspense. you know?
Because if there is room hopping, that's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Well, I
We
think
go from the main room to the super happy, fun secret time room
Well,
or whatever
again-
that was.
so. In the beginning of this movie, again, we have Nicolas Cage who doesn't say a word.
Nope.
And the whole crux of this story is kind of based on I have flat tires and you won't take my credit card, so I'm going to work it off. Which is kind of like, really? Like that's what we're doing? Except, he does it. He moves along. And I thought they were kind of going for a video game narrative. Like, it's kind of like I'm playing this game and I know it's stupid, but I came here to play the game. So it's kind of like whatever reason he's in that building for the night, he's got all the menial tasks. Like, he's really cleaning that building. And then, the break room is like a safe room. There's no threat whenever you're in there. Except again, I thought the choice to like have a confusing like mise en scène go on, I thought that was on purpose, where it's like, oh, we want to feel like a labyrinth. But yet it really fucking kills the tension. Because people would be in another room in peril, but we have no idea where that room is. And it doesn't feel like at any point anybody could get there. And there's like, for a movie about animatronics that are coming to life, there's no chase scene in this movie.
We got a little chase. We got the pixie.
But I mean, like a real, like I'm
because
running.
She's just wearing a mask. That's why I was just like, it's a human underneath there. Whereas,
yeah, that's part of the problem too. Is when you look at it, you're just like, yeah, I know we're not.
I thought they looked cool.
The coolest thing I thought they did was the gorilla hiding in the bathroom stall.
That was good.
I liked the gorilla.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I liked Willy.
Willy looked the creepiest.
Willy was creepy. Yeah. 6 Little Chickens. Come on, that's
Mad
a ripper.
hair.
Great music
Great
in this.
music.
Yeah.
Now, we want to. I think it would have been more fun if Nicolas Cage had a better like combat story. Like he's kind of shows up and he's at 10, and then we never go anywhere. Like the fights don't feel like they get bigger. Like the drama never increases at any point.
Well, the only thing is that there's some sort of backstory about him being a pinball wizard.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
That's about. I mean, just him drinking soda every 30 minutes and playing pinball.
I feel like this is not his first time doing this either.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
there are little hints that he has been in similar situations.
Or he knew what he was walking into.
Because that pinball machine he's playing is a Willy's Wonderland themed machine.
Yeah.
Because when they finally show the theming on it, they start with that song.
As a part, there's a moment in the film where we get very deep exposition about what's happened with Willy's Wonderland and the backstory about the satanic workers there, and then
I
they all
needed
killed
more dead
themselves
kids.
and they Jim Jones themselves.
You know what?
And it happened 20 years prior. So
I like that
Nick
idea.
Cage still would have been an adult at this time.
Again, I don't think any of that matters. He feels like a video game character. Like he really doesn't do anything to the story except navigate it. And you have people acting against him who are like talking about how their town is haunted by this curse and they've had to turn to like, killing families, like trapping them in this building. And they've just kind of like, they're dealing with it now.
Yeah.
And that sheriff, she's like not a bad lady, but she's made a compromise that's terrible. That's a great picture. And again, he just kind of navigates it unemotionally. I really feel like it's like a video game thing.
That's a good point. Because Doom guy, like Wolfenstein, it's all grunts, which is all he's doing in this. And even with, those games when you get a med kit or something like that, it's like,
yeah.
With like his pops, whereas like he drinks his pops. That's the only time.
That's the only thing.
It's like,
And like literally, it could be at any moment. He's like
badass
break time. I know he's cool. He does look a little daddish to me now.
Well, yeah, he's got a little.
I know, but I felt bad. I was like, I wish you looked more like an action star right now. Like he's still got the charisma, but
You think he's wearing a corset right there?
You know what? His arms didn't look bad.
No, his arms look great.
Yeah, but like,
dude, he's a big guy.
Yeah, but I almost feel like he's getting like small horror movie fatigue. Like when I watch him in these movies, I don't know.
Dude,
I feel like
what is that Burt Reynolds t-shirt? Oh, that's Adam Rifkin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we need to get Rifkin on this show. He gets it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's wearing a Burt Reynolds shirt.
Last movie start. You saw that movie.
I didn't.
You got it. It's pretty cringy.
I've been scared too.
But then they do a little something to you toward the end
I
where it's
love
like,
Adam
oh
Rifkin.
my god,
He's
that
my
made the whole
favorite.
movie worth it.
Dude,
what movie?
The Last Movie Star, I believe it's called.
Dude, that guy. Go
Burt
back
Reynolds,
to that picture. That guy looked like it was Michael Keaton doing a Fred Durst impression.
Nice.
Nothing, Russell.
I never. Oh, and Adam Rifkin directed that.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. Yeah, great movie.
Michael Keaton doing Fred Durst.
Hats on the wrong way.
That's fair.
You guys might relate to the last movie star thing too, because it's like a ramshackle film fest at the beginning. Like how they get him to come out there. Like they send him like this, like, oh, dude, we're honoring you as like a lifetime achievement award, and they calls up his homie Chevy Chase, and he's like, yeah, I've done one of those before. It's fucking sick. He's like, so he goes out there, and it's like, gets there, and it's a bar, and they're like, where's the film fest? And he's like, back there.
Oh.
And it's like the back pool room that they've converted into this film fest room, and they're showing one of his older westerns.
Oh, that's a girl from
You're giving me anxiety with
Modern
that.
Family.
It's gnarly because when it, but he loves it though. He oh, what the hell is this, Mr. Skin?
Yeah.
What movie is this?
This is the last movie star.
Oh,
this
okay.
This is the woman that kind of carts him around town, taking care of him.
I get it.
While the film fest goes on.
Oh, we got Chevy Chase in this. He's a good guy.
Damn, we should watch it.
He's just on the phone every once in a while, but they do film him in person.
All right. So after we watched Willy's Wonderland,
You forgot.
we watched a movie. Dirty Girls. What's
Nope,
the
you
name of
forgot
this?
the title. Go, keep going.
Tricky Girls.
Nope.
Hello, girls.
Nope.
Good girls.
I think you got the wrong formation. It's Girls blank.
Girls time.
Close.
Girls' Night.
Girls night.
Now, how do you spell it though?
With the Z.
There you go. All right, continue.
Girls Night from 2020. A negative-free and playful sitcom is hijacked by an entity donning a pig mask as it tears apart the mindless glee hiding the real hiding the real horrors.
Yeah. Now,
At 53 minutes, it is my favorite runtime ever. That I don't think that's a fair synopsis.
yeah,
I
but
can't really
It'll rope you in though.
yeah, it does what it's
the
supposed
rope a
to.
dope.
Girls Night 2020. I found out about this film yesterday when I woke up and went to Letterboxd because I felt pressure to review the movies like Tentacle. I think I was going on there to review Tentacles. And I saw Dave Jackson, our former guest, had reviewed a film called Girls Night and gave it 5 stars. Now, it didn't have a lot of reviews on there, and he opened up talking about how it's micro budget. And I went, how do I watch this? Like, I didn't even read the rest of the review. I'm like, this sounds perfect. So I commented. He didn't answer, but I guess 2 people from the film did. And they're like, dude, it's on YouTube right now in entirety. Like, go for it. And yeah,
And what's the view count?
I think 423 people.
There you go.
And I mean, I get why.
429 now, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is it SOV?
I don't know.
Looking at these cameras, I don't know. That looks like a DVX.
I mean, if it isn't, they made me believe it was.
Oh yeah.
It looks like, yeah, the 4:3 ratio and like the grain.
Are DV tapes technically shot on video or no?
Let's ask our engineer, Randy.
I don't know either. I mean, I had a mini DV camera back in the day, but I don't know the answer to that.
I got one in my room right now.
I think shot on video is mostly actual tapes, if I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have tapes for my DVD.
As a collector, that's what I would expect.
Mhm.
If you had, if you hashtagged SOV, I'd want it, on a shoulder mount video camera. Now, when I had originally pitched that we watch this film, I knew that Dave Jackson, his reviews carry weight. And the other thing I knew was,
It is mini DV, sorry.
okay, cool. So wait, does that mean it isn't?
I don't believe that constitutes as shot on video.
Cool.
Like Sledgehammer or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Peter Gabriel? Yeah.
Fantastic song.
Sledgehammer.
No, it's Intervision. That's our boy Zach Carter's brand from Severin. They put it out.
Zachy. What's up, baby?
I think I own 2 copies of that DVD. I've never watched it.
Zach, come on, let's do
Sledgehammer?
Yeah,
Little
Sledgehammer.
Marines
That's good.
too.
That's pretty good.
You want to do Little Marines 2 with Zach?
Yeah, I'll do anything with
He
Zach.
said it's not good. Let's just do Little Marines again.
I'll definitely. We got to watch Sledgehammer at some point. though.
Sledgehammer.
So what I thought Girls Night was gonna be is a
Like Peter Gabriel.
too many cooks kind of like we start in familiar territory and
it's
spin out.
very much an Adult Swim vibe.
It is, but it's not. Oh, I'm trying to think. I want to say as polished, like, but I don't know
For
if that's
sure.
correct because this film is made to be against the grain. Like, it's not going to be an easy
Maybe
ride.
yes. I think that there's if there's a fork in the road in terms of production, they split off.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But they're definitely on the same path up until a point.
Well, and of course, we're comparing a movie that premiered on YouTube versus like an Adult Swim production.
Yeah.
I think they said the budget was $100 on here, right?
Yep.
And I believe it. They probably bought the pig mask,
Yeah.
like a couple gloves.
God, that pig mask was distracting.
I thought it was pretty. I liked it.
No, let me say, yes, it's a good pig mask, but the eyes they're not pig eyes.
Mhm.
They look like goat eyes.
But the way that they film it,
Human eyes.
So again, Oksana brought up that the slits in the pig mask are, they don't do a good job of hiding the fact that there's a person under there looking through those holes.
I'm fine with that.
Mhm.
But I think the way that they even filmed it, there's a lot of direct shots that kind of make it confronting. Like there is a dude under there. Like they're really not leaning into any like pig thing.
Mhm.
And it started freaking me out.
It's a pig man, Jerry.
In the third act, like I think at one point he puts on glasses and it really brought the human face under that mask. And it was getting to me.
They kept distorting it too.
Yep.
They had some sort of distorting feature that kind of brought out the blues. I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah. And
When it was in like kind of like the dreamy,
oh, for sure.
more dreamy murder sequences.
Now, who's the person who stole the movie for me?
The skinny kid
Yes.
that went to the bathroom and was grabbing his crotch.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Went full.
He's
crazy
got a
town.
future, I think.
Dude, he was great. He really stole the scenes that he was in.
But all the players were fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was a real weak
No.
link.
No. And there was now I may be wrong here, but I thought there was a lot of tension between our leads, and I kept thinking they were going to swing romantically at some
Go
point.
to
Were they
Scissor
sisters?
Town?
Wait,
I don't know. Were they?
I think they might have been sisters.
No.
Well, I know
You don't think so?
there was the mom bit with the horridly burnt spaghetti, and then she's like, "It looks like your mom."
Let me tell you something. That mom bit,
Killed.
that was great.
It killed. But I think the reason I don't think they were related was because she was like, "It's your mom."
Well, she made the most foul pasta dish in the history of pasta.
I'd have taken a bite though.
Robbie,
I would have
hey,
too.
Bite.
As a friend, I would have not let you take that bite.
Can you go down?
You'd have dove in front of
I
it.
would. I would have thrown it in the trash.
Their characters have different last names.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought in
Hey.
real life.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
maybe.
That's
Hey.
what I was thinking. It was like
That doesn't mean that they're not sisters because they have different names. You don't come in here with your nuclear family bullshit. Okay, we're talking modern families now, baby.
All right. Guitar? Yeah. There we
I had
go.
to double click it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Now, I don't know. I feel like if they were plain sisters, that would have leaned more into the taboo. Because again, we are doing a sitcom send up. Kinda. Now, they're not like, what's another parody of sitcom? Like fucking Holliston. They did the like half a stage gutted with 3 cameras set up. At no point in this movie were we doing a multiple camera thing. Like there were edits, but they were not set. Yeah. And it still worked for me. I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
But I also feel like
Pleasant.
if anybody was going to like this movie, it's the room we're in right now, and it's us. Like I think,
And
that,
also the room occupied by Randy Michael Stanton over in California.
I don't know. I don't know if Randy
Randy
liked
gave it a
it.
3.
Yeah, it's definitely less my type of thing. Like I'm not super into like the shot on video aesthetic. But no, I mean, for what it was, I dug it.
But now, for the record, the highest movie Randy's ever rated on Letterboxd, I think, is maybe a 4. So a 3's not that
No,
bad.
you did 5 to Nomadland.
Truth.
You told me that last
I
week.
said, because he's got a crush on Chloe Zhao.
I got some 5s in there.
yeah.
He's, I don't think you guys pay enough attention to his.
That's
Letterboxd.
not true. He gives everything a 3.
No,
and-
I watch him.
Ooh.
He would have giving Cats a 5 yesterday, as we almost watched Cats.
Robbie, I really think Robbie
I
could have made
pushed
it
towards
happen.
it.
Robbie, if you would have done a more hard sell, I think we could be talking
No,
about Cats right now.
I diverted. I was trying to protect Randy. I knew he didn't want to do it. I'm sorry. I'll take the blame for
I
that.
respect that as well. I never want to see Avatar in my life, and I've gone strong on that. So.
Good for you. I had gone my whole life without seeing Titanic until I had to ruin that shit. So
That's
I'm with you.
upsetting. That's a good ass movie.
Titanic fucking blows, dude.
Well,
Billy Zane, dude.
All right, Billy Zane was good. Billy
uh,
Zane was better in Sherlock Holmes, where he
Terminal
played the same
Velocity.
character.
so when are we going to watch Avatar? Let's do Avatar and Cats, the double feature. You down, Randy?
A lot of mushrooms.
I
Yeah.
feel like Randy would like Avatar.
I've
I
seen
would
Avatar.
probably,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Did you see it in theaters already?
I think so. Yeah.
I would probably watch Avatar again before I ever watch Cloud Atlas again.
I watched
I
Avatar.
love Cloud Atlas.
Why?
It's fun.
It's
huh?
poo poo,
I
not
love
true.
the future setting with the robotic women.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, really? It's what's her name from Crank? I think. No, it's not the girl from Crank. That's me being.
What's the part with Jim Broadbent? That was good. He's my favorite.
Is that the composer stuff?
The old man in a nursing home.
It's right there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Hugo
know.
Weaving.
Yeah, fucking. So I saw Avatar in
Hugh
real
Grant, Hugh
3D.
Grant rips though.
We got from Girls' Night to Avatar. Two complete.
And I waited in a long line to watch Avatar 3D. And
Why?
again, it was a FOMO event. I just
Yeah.
wanted to be a part of it.
That's the only reason why I went.
And I think it broke the FOMO event for me. I did later on watch the last
Look at
It's horrible.
yeah, it's fucking terrible.
I hate it so much.
And he's been working on part 2 for how many years now?
So many. Do you know who the world's biggest Avatar fan is?
Oh no.
Joseph Rogan.
Really?
Loves
You know,
Avatar.
I love podcasts and I think he did a lot for him. I fucking want to claw my ears off
Every
when he
time.
talks about film.
I'm telling you, it's the same syndrome with it's a broadcasting syndrome, especially like with sports talk radio hosts.
Yeah.
Anytime you have them talk about anything other than sports, it is the worst thing. They just have no grasp on reality. They're so centered on their one thing that, you know, Colin Cowherd, I've told this on the story, but like he says, oh, the greatest movie of all time is Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire is the best movie of all time for him because it hits it hits all the notes.
Mhm.
And then the best song of all time is Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
Oh.
This is what we're
I
dealing with.
disagree with that one.
Sex and Candy,
That's a good song. Marcy Playgrounds.
the greatest of all time.
Some people, you know, I quote Mrs. Doubtfire at least once a week.
The best sitcom of all time, according to Colin Cowherd. You ready?
Friends.
2.5 Men.
Ooh.
I rest my case. Chuck Lorre strikes again.
Wait, Robbie, where were you with Willy's Wonderland?
Oh, I didn't like it.
Randy you didn't like it either?
I liked it, but yeah, I don't know. It also felt like, yeah, no like stakes or anything were raised. It just felt kind of I don't know. Started and stopped a lot.
I had fun.
Where-
Cool kills. They looked cool. 4.5.
I think I'd be a 3 on that movie. I
4.5
I
is
was
very
really
high,
pumped.
by the way.
I know.
With it.
I-
So was I. I was high. So there you go.
Randy, what are you going to give it on Letterboxd?
I gave it a 3.
Robbie?
Wow, I gave it a 2.5.
Walking in a Willie's Wonderland.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 3 for me.
He
Okay.
didn't talk the whole time. He played pinball.
And the Nicolas Cage stuff is fantastic.
He's
but
great.
Now, if you're feeling adventurous, I highly recommend checking out Girls' Night. Don't be surprised if we try and track down the director of this thing. It's cool. I really enjoyed that film.
How long have we been going? Do we have 2 more movies?
Yeah, but we're not doing an interview or anything.
I know, but I think we've already hit
It's
3 hours.
250.
Yeah, and we're gonna
250.
wrap that up. But yeah, I recommend if you're Girls' Night. It's a tough pitch. If you like weird shit, watch it. You really got to be an adventurous film goer.
I like Girls' Night. All right.
GNO, Girls' Night Out.
Then Randy left.
Yeah.
We watched some shorts. which I don't remember what they're called.
Oh my god! So we watched Gacha because that's Dave Jackson's newest thing,
Yes.
and it was an easy tie-in from the movie that he recommended.
It's good.
And we started talking about Cat Sick Blues based on Girls Night. So I think that
Oh.
it just,
Naturally,
yeah,
dude. What did you think of Gacha?
I loved it. I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, we were pretty deep in
Alone.
the drinking, and I'm going to tell you that movie Gacha. I think, is it available? I don't think we could find a link.
Oh, really? I thought we watched it on YouTube. So I
No,
was so excited to like share it.
Yeah, you know, let me double check, and I'll put it in the show notes if we
It
do.
was probably a private YouTube link.
It might have been, yeah. But man, the way that they subvert what you think that short's going to be about
Yeah.
at every turn, and none of it is disappointing. Yeah, I'm going to make a note. Once that thing's available, we'll share it. But then, yeah, what was the other short you showed us?
It's called In the Soil by what's his name? Casper Rudolph.
Giuliani.
He just puts Casper Rudolph there, but he's got like 5 names, right?
Okay. So yeah, this guy, CasperRudolph.com, you can get familiar with his work. But this movie, In the Soil, was sent to me by Mr. Alex Bigman, who works with this gentleman.
He's the one that got a satyr.
Oh yeah,
That was that
Mhm.
Connect there.
Mhm.
He's the one that I talked about worked on The Prodigy.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Yep.
Prodigy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned him. Alex was a cool dude. Where is he? He's got to be LA based, right?
See,
Yeah. How'd you meet him?
music, just like the punk scene growing up.
Oh, through the Sia film.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Exactly. Yeah, we were both doing PA work on there. And,
Fuck yeah.
people-
How's Kate Hudson? Heard she's a cunt.
She was actually pretty nice.
Have you met her?
No.
Oh, damn it.
That'd been nice.
I just believe everything.
Kate Hudson's
Yeah, In the
uninteresting to me.
Soil. I believe it's Swedish or is it Danish? I'm
Danish.
terrible. I just mix all.
It's
Yeah,
those
they're
Disney
all
together.
white. It doesn't matter.
They make good
Um,
butter cookies.
It's about a father and his daughter living out in the middle of nowhere. I don't think you really see any other characters. He seems like he's going through something, maybe feeling something that we're not aware of, and he just starts digging out of nowhere. What looks like a grave, but we soon find out is not.
It's a stunt.
Robbie, I wanted to save this for the show. I didn't
Uh-oh.
mention this when we watched this, but as a person who has spent a lot of their youth around death and the interment of the dead,
Mm.
I know about grave digging. I've dug graves myself. Clark W. Little. And this is never
William.
properly portrayed in motion pictures, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why. If you dig a grave like that grave was dug, you need 2 tools. You don't just need the shovel. Okay? You need the pick. They had the pick. There's never a pick. They only do shovels.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Do you see these clean edges? You can't do that with just the shovel. You need a pick. They never show the pick. What are we doing?
Can you go back
Russell,
to
your
that picture?
thoughts?
Did you see a face there?
Yeah, so that when
Oh, look at that. That's a face.
oh, I thought you meant at the beginning of the film.
That's there, but look right there. And
Mhm.
I know our brain is constantly trying to make faces out of everything,
Mhm.
but I was like, I mean, there's like a nose and a cheekbone and the eyes, and
It's funny because when Alex sent me this short the first time, it does the thing at the beginning where it pans up,
yeah,
and there is a superimposed face
okay,
now. But when he had sent it to me the first time, I kept thinking I saw a face, and I didn't even mention that to him, and then they put a face there, so it's like, I mean, it's
yeah. It's a cool idea. This was a really cool short. That dude's gonna have a career. It
Yeah.
looked beautiful.
just
Look
based
great.
on mood alone.
Yeah. Which is, man, it's so important. And it's such a hard thing to do for some people.
What also spawned a conversation about the importance of color correction,
I know.
which again, I found offensive as a colorblind person.
Well, you know, the whole grave thing, I think that's just a product of people not knowing how to do something. And it's like, well, you dig a grave with a shovel. Now,
But they dug the grave in the production. I don't understand. Show the pig.
but maybe with
Stupid.
a what is that big truck with the claw?
The
oh my
backhoe.
God! Yeah, thank you.
What the bitch
I
with the claw?
What's the what's that?
What are you, Lenny? Where's your rabbit?
Oh, I'm not proud of that. I didn't know though. Again, what kind of car am I driving?
But yeah, the movie.
A Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, yeah.
And then Randy left. And then what we were left was a made-for-TV movie. Did we decide on that?
Yeah, I believe it is made for TV. That's what Steven said when we talked to him.
From 1990. Starring Jesse the Body of Minnesota Ventura.
Where you'll be moving.
Minnesota. Abraxas. What the full name is Abraxas what?
Guardian of the Universe.
Abraxas : Guardian of the Universe from 1990.
Yeah. It's an alien policeman arrives on Earth to apprehend a renegade of his own race who impregnates a woman with a potentially destructive mutant embryo. I wish we would have read that before watching the movie. Because I had no fucking clue at any point of this film what was happening.
No.
Also, he impregnates the lady by putting his open palm on her stomach and then light comes out. And bada bing, bada boom, you got a baby.
If only sex was that easy.
Dude.
Hey, girl, let me rub your belly for a minute.
Now, we have the classic case of a movie appearing to be a train wreck. When you look at the poster and you find out it's, what's his name? Jesse Ventura. And I believe the director did something else interesting. But you're like, oh, this is going to be fucking fun. Oh, man, it's one note. The whole fucking movie is one note. And I have to congratulate you, Clark, because you stuck it out.
Thank
and
you.
I thought I would have placed money that you would have bailed. But I knew
McDonald's helped.
that is true. We did have a round of fish fillets.
Everyone got fish fillets.
I think that's when Robbie was really questioning his thought process on hanging out with us. When the fish fillets came out, he was like, what am I doing?
Robbie signed off on the McDonald's.
Confirmed it. Fish fillet with sweet and sour.
It was you're like, now are these really good? Are they gonna be crispy? They're gonna be, and Clark, you stuck to your guns. You're
when they're warm, they're great, man.
yeah. And then what'd you think, Robbie?
The fish?
Yeah.
It was good. It was
All
really
right.
good.
What's better, the fish or Abraxas? Abraxas.
The fish.
Yeah.
We did it though. We watched it.
Yeah.
And is there anything you want to mention about it?
The poster's cool. Outside of that, I mean, honestly, I was kind of shocked how poor the quality was.
Well, it was just a rip. I mean, again,
Yeah.
we did watch it on YouTube. If you're curious,
That is true.
maybe we should put that in the show notes too. I'll put all of Abraxas there.
That chin, too.
Dude.
The tapioca pudding chin.
Man.
It's a crater.
He has got a little butthole chin, doesn't he?
It's not little. That is not a Clark Little butthole. That is a fucking moon crater.
Ugh.
I got this dimple in my chin when I was kicked by Vince McMahon over contract negotiations in the summer of 1984 before I ran for the governor of the state of Minnesota.
Now talk about reptiles in that voice. Or reptiles, I'm sorry.
Rudolph Giuliani is a confirmed reptile. I saw him changing into his human skin in the Beverly Los Angeles hotel while he was playing a game of tennis. I don't know.
That was more entertaining than that whole movie. And
yeah, it's boring.
so
Jesse Ventura shaved off his mustache for the film.
oh,
That is the only film of trivia we need to know. I do think there was one very uncomfortable scene where Jesse Ventura, who is an alien, Randy, he is in bed. He is shirtless and he is in bed and he is giving a bedtime story to a 5-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
and
That was gnarly.
they propped him up like he was sitting up, but it looked like they had got the lighting to the best it could do, and like they were really trying to give him like a powerful kind of like glam look. It was fucking
Also,
creepy.
now we didn't mention that Sven Thorsson's in this as what's his name? He's got a great name.
I have no idea.
Syndalus?
What's
his
Oh
name?
yes.
How do we forget that?
Secundus.
Oh, Secundus. Yeah.
Secundus. Secundus is the true threat. What?
No,
True threat. We've been talking for 4 hours.
so, and we're not done yet. And we can't forget the kid, the Mumblecore kid.
Oh my
Mumblecore.
God.
Oh, Randy, I will say, I wish you would have been there for the one thing where, again, we were watching a ripped copy on YouTube of this film as we just found it on YouTube. And all right, so they interviewed this kid who was with the alien kid. Doesn't matter.
Interviewed him.
Yeah, with the police, right? Were they interrogating him?
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
I have no
The
idea.
police were interrogating this kid, and anytime it would go to his audio, right, this is literally what he would say.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see the child?
He was like a Wookiee. It was like a fucking Wookiee. He was
We
speaking
could
another
not
language.
Understand anything he said?
And everybody was like, they're
Yeah,
having,
look at that.
oh, please pull
Send
that.
Randy that picture, please.
He can watch it on YouTube. Remember, we're on YouTube now.
Throw it in the G chat. Look at that.
We should make a. Oh,
Can
man.
that be the promo for 4, please?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
We're gonna get put on a list.
The Overlook Hour podcast has stolen my image.
Oh shit! Is he on Cameo? Dude,
He can't be on Cameo.
of course he could be.
It's controlled by Globalist.
All right, we don't want to.
Globalist? Goebbels.
All right, we're wearing you down. Mumblecore was great. Highlight of the movie. Maybe we should pull like clips like that, and then we could use that for like video
God, if
content.
You could get that kid
Mumblecore
talking that
Gold.
Mumblecore Haim.
Dude, Mumblecore Haim's tight.
Mumblecore Haim. All right, we got one more movie we watched this morning.
We really powered through Abraxas there.
I mean,
I'm proud.
there's nothing there.
I know, there's nothing. Well, remember, you went to bed after this, and then Robbie threw on one of my Vinegar Syndrome release,
on Tombstone Hill.
which confused the fuck out of us because there's another movie in there.
Dead dudes in the house.
Yeah, and we're like, you were just like, wait, what? Which movie are we watching? And the synopsises were like flipped.
Well, they were both about house renovation.
Oh my God.
So it's like these two horror movies are both about 5 people going to a house to renovate it. With this one, they wanted to like turn it into like kind of a flop house.
Yeah, the house on Tombstone Hill. Can you pull up 5 dead guys in a brothel or whatever? I don't know what the fuck.
And one cup.
Dudes in the house or something.
Yeah, it was like 5 dead dudes. That movie looked like a straight up comedy.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're really like, we don't want to watch that. Dead dudes in the house.
I guess it's the same fucking movie or what?
I don't look at that though. They look so different. It's almost like Saved by the Bell, that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
What?
it's
House
the
Party.
same movie because it says. Yeah.
oh, okay.
It's just so odd. They don't put any of the women on the cover of Dead Dudes. in the House.
They're marketing to a different demographic there. But Robbie, that movie was all you. I was really clinging to life during that thing, and I feel bad because I was present for Abraxas, and then we went on the next one, and I was like,
We ended Abraxas right at midnight.
yeah, I know, but we got to keep the tradition. Marathons need to be a little punishing. Then you can walk away from them and be like, I did it.
I was still up for over an hour after I got to wind down. I had to watch Tim Dillon to go to sleep.
You had to put on your sunglasses and walk around the house like a weird ghost.
You know, I reserve sunglasses for Sundays.
See what you did there.
A little
Wow, they call it a hoot. Oh wow, there's the old lady in the background.
This thing is a
Oh,
hoot.
taking up the entire window of the home.
I vaguely remember the old lady. I swore it was a dude in like drag,
Dude looks like a lady.
but Robbie confirmed that
Throwback to Miss Down.
Yes.
the boobies come out.
Oh,
She does well, not as an older woman. She
Oh.
shows them as a younger woman because remember they were doing that slow zoom, and she kind of looked like Jonathan Taylor Thomas almost,
Yeah.
but she was a woman. Not that gender isn't fluid.
Oh, Clark, is it?
So yeah, this is
It depends on how hard my
this is a
pecker
cool.
is.
They fashion. That's the weapon I was telling you about with the saw blade. So yeah, this movie's about five. I think it's three men, or it's two men
And a baby.
two women, and a really pissed off dude that was hired to be the handyman for the whole. That's him, right?
Yeah.
There. He's so fucking pissed to be there. And they didn't bring beer, so he's just like so angry. But yeah, it's got some pretty cool kills, and it's filmed really well. A lot of the kills are done by what looks on screen as a older woman, and as they die, they start to stick around, kind of like Night of the Demons, or like Pet Cemetery, but it's
Cool.
more insidious.
Oh.
Insidious as in the word.
I know. No, I wasn't thinking there was a red door all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks good. The effects are great. The dialogue's terrible. There's some really there's some fantastic photography. I don't know if you saw that one that I had posted in my story where it's just like
I haven't been on my phone.
Okay,
I'll look at it.
Gorgeous. There's some really great shots in there.
That's kind of the bummer when we're looking back at like horror movies through like the 80s and 70s. You get a lot of real cinematography and a lot of really like talented people. Now that indie scene is completely different. And, a movie that doesn't really have much to offer plot wise or maybe gore wise nowadays doesn't even have cinematography.
I mean, that's not completely true.
Yeah. I mean,
there's films like, Randy, I know you saw The Giant.
Yeah.
That just came out, which I compared to Terrence Malick, but yeah, it's just that movie. It's light on plot, it's light on gore, it's light on pretty much everything. But what it does have is mood. It's filmed really well.
I meant to watch that.
Here's the difference, though. Randy recommended it, and I remember for a while it was really entertaining watching it.
Because you said it was sort of like Southern noirish, right?
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it.
Oh,
I think noir is a better comparison than the horror that they keep advertising and the Terrence Malick that I brought up. It does have a sort of vibe like that because it's about somebody missing, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Who she thinks might be dead.
Naturally.
If I remember right. Like I said, it's very light on plot. It's all about feeling.
Now, the thing that I think separates from what I'm talking about from The Giant or like the films that you and Randy watch, I think that film is made for art. I think the people got together and they really enjoy the medium. I'm more articulating the weird 80s nonsense that would be like, I'm a fat misogynist driving a convertible because I make horror movies. And it's purely just a business thing where now, I mean, we still have those movies coming out where they're just going to market it on Amazon Prime, but there's like no artistry.
To be fair, I think it depends on what type of convertible it is.
Oh my God. I could make something up.
Miata.
Electric. It's an electric convertible.
There is no electric convertible.
Not yet. General Motors, didn't they? I don't even know. I'm going to start talking out of my ass. I don't want to do it.
I think that whether it's intentional or not, I think it still happens. Like it's like it's a byproduct of something, but I think it does still happen sometimes.
Yeah, and if people are going to make movies, you would think people who are interested in being a cinematographer would gravitate there. It just felt like a lot of the times with these boutique
Who filmed
finds,
this?
Yeah, go to full cast and crew. It's right above the title. Go up. It's right above, like literally right above the title. I feel like when we look back at 80s films, it happens a lot more often, though. Like the movie you guys...
I mean, all you had was film back then.
Yeah.
So, Mark Peters.
Can you check out what else he did?
Peter's son.
Wait,
Mark
where are you going?
Peters'
Go back.
son.
It's Mark under cinematography. Oh, there you go. Yeah, like you guys were talking about the photography.
Maniac Cop. Oh, he's camera and electrical department though.
What was that movie you guys were talking about earlier? Like Photograph.
Woman of the Photograph.
I kept thinking Woman in the Photograph, which was the Dean Kundey film. Because he did the cinematography on that.
The one that Wes Craven produced.
Yeah, and there was his last thing, yeah.
And I keep thinking about the song Photograph by Def Leppard.
Dean Kundey is special though.
Oh yeah.
Like you'll catch him doing some really interesting stuff. Just like, oh, Cundy's on this, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
good for him.
and he's got a look.
It's a workhorse.
I love his work. The fucking wide frame that he does and like framing shit in that. Like I love a wide, but like still get like what we're looking at.
You want some length too.
all right. You should end the
The timer has been set.
Okay, there you go. Okay, what were we talking about? Girls' night?
Beowulf.
Oh, Beowulf. Yeah, we can't. Okay, I'll be quick. The second, my goal was to watch Beowulf because Steven, director writer of Psycho Gorman and Manborg, that guy gets it. When he dropped Deathstalker on the show, he forever became a great director in my mind. And when he pitched Beowulf with Christopher Lambert in a post-apocalyptic return to the Iron Age world, I went, it's probably going to be fucking awful. I have to watch it anyway.
From the producers of Mortal Kombat.
From the producers. And if you didn't know that from IMDb, the music would have gave it away.
Yeah.
I love this movie. And I know you all think I'm insane for it. The attention to detail, one of my favorite things
Never
that
got to see that.
that I kept. No, I don't think that's in the movie. That sword does not happen.
No, but it looks like the wing pattern from the third act.
Okay, yeah.
That's all I said.
One of my favorite things. Okay, fantasy movies. Part of the problem with these films are you need a big budget, and the Clark Littles out there. There's not a lot of interest, so it usually doesn't happen, and you end up cutting corners in every fucking department. This movie, I disagree with Clark, who said that they were cutting corners.
They cut corners, brother.
I would say you haven't watched a lot of fantasy movies because
I would agree.
I could show you some cutting corners where you're like, that dude's wearing jeans back there, but they thought we weren't going to look. This movie had a lot of extras. Everybody's in costume. Costume design was original. We have the apprenticed weaponsmith wears a green wool turtleneck that has washers woven into it. And it's like, good enough. that's a post-apocalyptic. I like it. He's also got overalls on that Clark fell in love with.
Great.
Dude, I dug this movie so much. It opens up and we get the Fleet Street executioner who had a giant straight razor instead of a guillotine.
Yes.
And we had Tim the Enchanter on horseback.
Yes, we did.
And a lot of extras. Everybody's in dude, Lambert shows up. Fucking great action in this movie.
Crushes it.
I mean, his stunt double doesn't know how to walk. He can only do backflips.
Only backflips and somersaults, man.
When taking an uppercut, he's gonna backflip.
So how many flips and somersaults?
Too many to make a drinking game out of it.
Oh man.
A lot of back handsprings.
Yes.
Dude, he fucking was tearing it up. Also, the interior design, if you've ever seen a movie called Flesh and Blood, it's kind of like a small fantasy film where the location is a castle. We're kind of doing that here, except, dude, they really, to the T's, made it a post-technologically advanced world. We have metal doors. My favorite thing, the torches that line the hallway, all are running on gas line. And these are details that are never pointed out by any character. They really help create that world. All of the weapons are like weird takes on like, hey, we had to break this car down and we needed pole arms. So what are we going to do? There was a flail that was self-contained in a metal tube, popped out, and then 3 like jagged flail heads came out. And Christopher Lambert used it. The flail is so understated as a visual weapon for these films. I think mainly because they're really hard to wield. Dude, loved it. That one dude had a fucking buzzsaw on the end of a pole. And it was like active, like it was motorized.
One had a beaver tail sword.
Dude, a lot of like pirate swords, like single edge blades that have like a pommel made out of a gear. And I don't know. I fucking loved it. All the actors in this movie were very 90s. The executioner with the terrible skull mask. I'm in.
No, it's not that bad.
It's not.
I liked RoboCop guards.
RoboCop guards, loved it. Dude,
there's Tim. Oh, look, Tom Cruise showed up with an eye patch.
Dude, you're not wrong there. And Tim the Enchanter, that's a beautiful photo. The kill count is high. I'm gonna go ahead and ruin a little bit. Everybody fucking dies in this movie.
Whoa, why does Christopher Lambert look like Leslie Nielsen in that picture?
The light hit him wrong. Now
Are we watching Wrongfully
J-
Accused?
Stop going through those. You're going to ruin everything. And I know there's monsters in this movie. There's Grendel. Grendel is the predator. They put this weird effect over him that irritated the fuck out of Robbie early on. And it looked like they were there we go. That's
Look
the
at
Fleet
that.
Street.
Cool, yeah. I like that.
Dude, set design, everything was killing it. Now, the melodramatic moments where we're kind of like in a tight frame with, Lambert or somebody making out with the ghost lady who had a bit role in Armageddon. Those aren't the greatest
Okay.
parts.
Do not disparage the great Rana Mitra in front of my presence, okay?
But she was a stripper in
She's a
Armageddon.
goddess. Okay.
Robbie found that. He nailed her. He was like, she was a stripper in
For the
Armageddon.
record,
Oh, I didn't pull that out of my ass.
I know.
saw that on
I
IMDb.
remember
on.
I remember her being on Boston Legal. And as a young man watching Boston Legal, I got very sexually attracted by watching Rana Mitra do her court cases.
Now, you keep mentioning her by name. What else did she do?
She's
A
been
model, or-
she's been in Underworld. She was in Nip Tuck.
Oh, okay, great.
You know I have a deep history with it.
I'll tell you right now, Beowulf fucking loved it.
Also, for the record, your boy stuck in there the whole movie. I watched the whole thing.
You did. Actually, I think you're just putting on a show for Robbie now.
What
I
you
think
talking
that's
about?
what it is. He never does this shit.
What?
He'll
Oh,
come in the room.
watch the whole movie.
He got his squeaky sandals on,
She
going.
was in Doomsday. That's cool.
My
And then-
sandals don't squeak. Alexander, my
Oksana,
sandals squeak.
Here, over here. Oh, don't cover for him.
What?
So he's coming in here, the squeaky, and then he'll have his 4 drinks of ice cubes. He'll juggle them like in that fucking
That's not.
Tom Cruise bartender
Incorrect.
movie. Yeah, and then you get up, you'll be like, whack, and then you leave the room, turn on the lights, and I got to get up and turn them off.
That's not true.
Yeah, most of that was not true.
Thank
But
you.
the other thing is you don't sit it out. And you did, and I'm happy. But now that Robbie's leaving us and going to the East Coast, it will never happen again.
Beowulf was good. I was fine with Beowulf.
Fucking ruled.
Yeah, he was having a blast.
That was my favorite movie that we watched on the marathon. And it's,
Oh, wow.
man, I fucking
Hollow
love
Man is rapey,
Did she get raped in Hollow Man?
probably.
I don't think so.
All right.
All right.
We-
Beowulf ruled. Steven, you rule. Thank you for that recommendation.
We finally did it. We made it. Robbie, we love you. We will miss you. We
Yeah,
will
thank
see
you
you
for having me.
later.
Yeah, I mean, damn it. We should have done this more, but that's on me. I'll take that hit.
I'll come after
Thank
the
you. I was taking no
movies made.
responsibility.
Oh, dude.
Come pedal my.
Invite us over. I'll get on. I'll fight my fears and come over there and join you. Clark won't. He'll be like, I'm in. And then like a week before, he'll be like, I canceled my plane ticket.
Well, I got family over there.
Oh, so you'll go over there with us and then bail.
No, they don't talk to me, so that's fine.
I
Yes,
don't know
they
how
do.
you sit in this chair, Oksana. These chairs. Are brutal. You don't have that one. It's like a.
Well, you've been in there
know-
for 6 hours. It's time to go, right?
Yeah.
My back.
Honestly, I kind of I like these chairs. What you got? No? Come here. I'm aiming the mic at you. Oh,
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
Way to play the gender card. Good job. We're going to get canceled.
Boating ass.
All right, Randy, you have any closing statements for this, the longest episode we've ever done?
No, other than it was good seeing all you guys yesterday and watching movies, and we'll do it again soon.
Next week.
Yeah.
See you soon, Randy.
Hell yeah.
Randy, we should do it like once a month. And we should just let Randy program it.
What about twice a quarter?
How about Randy, you give us one movie and we'll give you 3.
All right, I'll think about it.
I knew it because he's like that one movie. They're going to make me work.
Randy, are you gonna partake in some more indies today? Indie Fest?
Probably, yeah. I have that, and then I have a slam dance pass as well.
Oh, slam dance is going on too now.
Yeah.
Pretty
Robbie, you've
cheap,
been
too.
doing a little slam dance.
Yeah, it's only $10 for a pass.
Really?
I think Randy and I got them for free, but yeah, I think it's only $10.
Does that cap you? And
No.
really?
You can watch as much as you want. I was going wild with the shorts.
Oh man.
And it ends the day our episode airs. Oh, it
No.
does? Oh,
25th.
shit.
2 weeks. Today's the 14th. Baby.
All right. Well, you got a week from hearing this now.
Watch. God damn it.
Taipei Suicide
Progressive
Story.
Touch. Yeah, Taipei Suicide Story is a great narrative feature, but there's a lot of really cool experimental shorts.
Oh.
Rami's Roses think is one I really liked, and it's told completely through DVD menus.
Huh.
What?
Because this Iranian couple, I think homosexuality is illegal in Iran. If I'm ignorant,
Yeah,
I
no,
ran
you're
too
right.
far away.
so they couldn't write each other letters. So they figured out a good way to do it was to talk to each other in DVD menus. So they would put together these really dense DVD menus that would they'd speak to each other, and only they could kind of decipher it. And their reasoning was that it's harder to go through a bunch of DVDs and click through them than it is to find, like a shoebox full of letters. And that
The Cheever letters.
Rami's Roses. It's based on the famous. Sorry, I'll
Rami's
just look this up.
roses.
More fascinating radio.
It's fine. I mean, they put up with Clark doing this.
Rami's roses.
Rumi and his roses.
Dude, I love that.
Also, last one, Each Other in the shorts is fantastic on there. It's some really cool sounds, and it's about a human body that just it's birthed from a tree, and it wanders through farmland trying to figure out what it is. So it'll walk up to, in the gnarliest ways. It's like this naked, he's a dancer as well. So he's just like bending all over the place. So he'll come to a cow, and the cow will go like moo, and the man will go like, chokes it out, like just like trying to figure out who he is.
What is that one called?
It's called Each Other, I believe. It's got a fantastic cover. Each Other. Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably going to be hard to find just because,
By
Film
Oscar
Fest circuit.
Weimar.
Damn.
Oscar Weimar.
Check those
I
out
think
at
it's Australian.
slamdance.com.
Did you just make that up?
Straight up. No, it's
No,
like,
sure.
it's
Oh, okay, it's right there.
All right, we did it. We love
Oh,
you.
that looks good.
Take care of one another. We're recording this on Happy Valentine's Day, so enjoy that. And if you've got loved ones in your life, tell them that you love them. If you don't have loved ones in your life, then DM me and we'll holler at each other.
Wow. Please, somebody do that.
We'll see you
He's
next week.
Clark Little, not the one with a bunch of followers that makes cool art out of surfing.
Let me tell you something. That dude is a
All right, thank you, guys.
jerk-off.
Hey, we got his art right up there over the window.
Oh, really?
My mom claims that she kickstarted his whole career by putting him in touch with somebody at Hawaiian whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a jerk off. All right. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.